Hey y'all, welcome back to Tales from the Table Studios. We are so excited for today. We've got some amazing stuff coming up. Welcome to day one of Days of Tales 2. I know that can get confusing. There's two different numbers, but it's fine. We're here. You're here. Thank you so much for being here. I want to take a couple seconds to just go over some of the cool stuff that we're doing, and then I'm going to disappear and make sure that everything's set up for our first game tonight, which is Thirsty Sword Lesbians, Well Dressed. Before we get to that, couple things. First, again, thank you for being here. This means a lot to me. We're really excited to be kicking off 36 hours of games, panels, giveaways, and more. Make it very clear, any donation of any amount whatsoever at any point during the weekend will enter you into all of our donations, or all of our giveaways, rather, which we will be rolling dice for, because of course we will, at the end of the weekend, and then reaching out to y'all to let you know what you want, if anything. We've got some really cool stuff. I'll go over all of that stuff a little bit later on, probably in between some of our games and events. But for now, the thing I really want to talk about that I'm really excited for is NAMI. NAMI is an amazing organization, and that's who we're supporting with Days of Tales 2, the National Alliance on Mental Illness. They do a lot of outreach within the communities to ensure education and awareness for something that unfortunately does not get the kind of support and love that it needs desperately. We don't see the same kind of support and effort being put in by insurance companies or anyone else to really support mental illness and mental health in the way that it needs to be done. It's an absolute travesty, and NAMI does so much great work to combat that. Supporting families that are in need, people who don't have anyone else to support them, fighting against awful, archaic, 30, 40, 50-year-old rules that have been set for how we deal with people's mental health, and educating the public. It's all really amazing stuff. If at any point you are interested in donating, all you have to do is type !donate into the chat, and if you do, bam, the link will come up and you'll be able to go drop a donation there. Any amount helps, even if it's $1, even if it's a cent, if it's more or less, it doesn't matter. Any amount can help. And if you can't help that way, there's so many other ways you can do it. You can always let people know, share the event on social media, share the link on social media, tell your friends, bring more people, because the more people that we have looking at this and prepping and ready and willing to participate and get this message out, the more we will be able to help NAMI. And that's what we're all here for. To that end, we've got some absolutely amazing stuff that we're going to be doing today in order to support that on our day one of Days of Tales. So today we're going to have a couple of really awesome games, starting off in a little bit with Thirsty Sword Lesbians, Well Dressed. Thirsty Sword Lesbians is powered by the Apocalypse game. I'm not going to go too much into detail because our wonderful GM for that game, Zoe Trooper, our tail slinger as it were, will be telling you all about that. Then we're going to be back with a disabled experiences and accessibility panel, which is going to focus a lot on the experiences that people who are able-bodied may miss, things that we may not think about, ways to make games more accessible so that TTRPGs can be for everyone, because they should be. Then we're going to have a fantastic game from Thought Punks called Eat Trash, Do Crime, with revolutionary raccoons. It's going to be really great, and if what I've seen in the pregame chats is anything to go by, we've got some really, really off-the-wall stuff coming up for that. And then we're going to round out the day with Index Card RPG, Bad Day on Galatine. Galatine? I'm sure Justina will correct me because I'm sure I got it wrong both ways. But I'm really excited for that too, dealing with undead soldiers, mechs, and all sorts of fantastic sci-fi stuff. We've got a little bit of everything for y'all today, and we're so excited for it. I'm going to disappear for just a minute and go make sure that our cast is getting ready, make sure everyone's ready to go, and we'll be back in just a little while with Thirsty Sword Lesbians, Well Dressed. See you then.
Live, excellent. Hello, welcome everyone to Days of Tales 2. This time around, we are earning funds for NAMI, the National Alliance of Mental Illness. Every dollar helps, so be sure to use that donate button during play to help out in any way you can. If you aren't in a position to donate, there are plenty of other ways to help out. Just, being here and being active in the chat helps. Let your friends know and share tweets and posts to get more eyes on this event. The more people hear about it, the more we can potentially do to support this amazing organization. Today, we are playing Thirsty Sword Lesbians, a game by Evil Hat Productions meant to tell melodramatic queer and LGBTQIA stories. that instill wonderment and empower. It's based off of a Powered by the Apocalypse system where you roll a 2d6 and that's it. A 6 is a downbeat, 7 and 9 is a general success, and a 10 plus is an upbeat. So, like, great success. Before we get into the game, however, I would like to go around the table and introduce everyone here. I'm gonna start with, well, who would like to go first? That's the question here.
You know what? Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Q. I'm around the internet, either Dorian Black or Midnight Inc. That's Midnight_INQ on Twitter. We just be out here gobbling in and all that fun stuff. I'm gonna be playing Remy Rampage, which is the Beast playbook. I'm excited, ready to have a good time.
Nice. And I'm actually gonna go a little funny here. On the Twitch screen, there is Aaron, or yeah, tell us a little bit about your character and about yourself.
I'm Aaron. I'm a performer and game designer. I'm on both Twitter and Itch as Veil's Edge Games, and I will be playing Kaliindra, a former alien invader using the infamous playbook.
Ooh. Next, we're going to head on over to this. I don't know. It's hard to point in which direction. Johnny, tell us about yourself.
I was like, I know it's me, but I don't know which direction they're going. Hi, I'm Johnny, aka It's Macho Madness on Twitch and Twitter. I like to play games and also appear in a bunch of D&D stuff on the internet. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty fun. I'll be using the Scoundrel playbook. I'll be playing a spicy little individual named by Chris Pixels. So get ready for a little bit of romance and a little bit of action.
And finally, the best for last, right? Chloe, tell us about yourself.
Yes. I have nothing to say. I am the best mod of the channel. I'm going to play the devoted playbook, Cassidy Kincaid, and I am the Overgoblin, yes. Yeah, that's all. I don't do social media or anything like that. I just lurk and do stuff. And
Damn right you
do. Very nice. It's so great to have all of you here. I'm gonna finish this off by introducing myself. I'm Zoe. Hi, I'm the Tail Spinner, and I am so very excited to earn money for NAMI today. So please, if you can help out, donate. If you can't donate, there are so many other ways you can support us in what we're doing this weekend. Remember, it's 36 hours of gaming for NAMI. So stay tuned. Like, even if you can't support us, stay tuned. So, like, be here, watch, have fun, have a really great time. I think that's it. I think that is my due diligence as a tail spinner here. And I'm going to get into the meat of the game. It has been 40 years since enemies from beyond the stars attacked Eden. On a massive scale, they descended through rifts that opened from the sky with numerous ships and new and alien technology. The Triefacents, they called themselves. Negotiations were always short, and the Triefacents were quick to act with aggression. But that much was remembered. They called themselves enemies of peace, and their agendas were always fogged in mystery. One would argue that it was the strength of the inhabitants of Eden that eventually managed to push the Triefacents out and back to their rifts. But those with more intimate knowledge of the age would be aware that old wizards and witches that were able to use magic to weave defenses and abilities into ornate tapestries. In turn, clothes were fashioned from these tapestries and were able to grant a select few the powers to stand alone against legions of the Triefacents. Devices were then constructed to disrupt the frequency of the rifts, and those Triefacents that were unable to leave in time were trapped on Eden. Upon the closing of the final rift, there was a division amongst the heroes of the war. Some said that the outfits should be stowed away in case the Trificents returned, and others wanted to keep them in order to retain the power they had acquired. Through the next 40 years, some of the magical girl and boy uniforms were lost because of the multitude of reasons. Some were seduced and corrupted by the power inherent in the fabrics. The Order of Heroes was then established for reasons threefold: to find those that are truly worthy of wearing the garbs of heroes, and to keep those who would abuse the power in check. Once those warriors had been selected, they would stand watch and wait for the day the Trificents returned. 40 years have been spent trying to pick up the pieces, rebuild society, and ensure that the attack against the world would never happen again, and the heroes would be ready for it. The people have rebounded, but in this security of a new age, toxic powers begin to return, though it is not as overt and obviously evil of the past. These are individuals that use the law, public opinion, and manipulation to achieve their ends, often crushing the dreams of would-be heroes and defenders before they even begin, pulling sponsorship, whispering a word of corruption in the ear to the right people. A program that was meant to ensure the protection of Eden with all the best intentions now lays in financial ruin with the few hero cells remaining. Your cell is one of them. You have, as a group, decided to call yourselves the Shutdowns. Let us pan into your secret headquarters. An open warehouse with bunk beds, few amenities, except for an area for training. It's empty and bleak, but your finances have been slashed significantly, and this is what you're left with. But you're heroes, right? The money isn't why you do this. You do this because you want to help. You want to save people. And you want to earn your own magical girl or boy outfit. As the camera zooms into each individual, what are you doing? What do you look like? And how are you dealing with the current political climate?
Start with me again?
Sure.
Sure. Remy is in the training area. She's got a lot of energy, a lot of frustration that she has to get out. She's never been really good at the politics. She's a bit of a hothead. So in order to, keep the cell together at all, what she doesn't say with words, she says with action, and that is typically fighting. But there's not a whole lot to fight right now. So instead, she is taking it out on practice dummies that she has had to fix and replace a couple of times. By she has to fix, I mean Cassidy has to fix. Cassidy's the one that takes care of most of that.
Yeah.
She stands tall. She's a very imposing figure. About 6'5". She's got a bit of fur all over. She's got a tail, and both her tail and her hair and the fur have bits of brightly colored patches or bits, like very, neon purples and pinks and blues. It's all very bright, and it only gets brighter when she gets more and more angry. So she's currently writing a practice dummy that had fallen over because of a particularly aggressive strike. It's fine.
Amazing. As you're letting out this aggression, this pent up helplessness for the situation, you did mention Cassidy, and I'm going to actually move over to Cassidy next, but I have to ask, what made Remy want to be a hero? What is that driving force?
I think she heard about the stories, and she's always been a little bit strange. Like, she's got fur and a tail, so she thought perhaps that meant something, and that, maybe one day she could be a hero, so that, all of this, the bullying that she sort of saw when she was younger for being different would mean something.
Right. Very somber beginning indeed. Something to kind of chew on as we move over to Cassidy Kincaid. What are you doing? What are you wearing today? Tell us about how Cassidy is functioning this morning.
Cassidy is wearing what she always wear, which is basically a flannel shirt and jeans, which is like the uniform of like her spiritual trade. And a tool belt because she fixes things. And she's just like watching Remy go at it and just picks up a roll of duct tape because there's gonna be holes to fix. And yeah, so she's just waiting for her frustrations to like lessen, to move closer, to like not get in the way, because like she could switch targets a bit too fast, and we wouldn't want that.
Right, that's definitely happened a time or two, for sure.
my eagerness to fix things and her eagerness to just
to punch things. Yes.
punch things. Like, let's not.
Well, same question I proposed to Remy. What was the driving force between for you to become a hero of Eden? Is it just that desire to fix things?
Exactly, but like in a less physical aspect, it's more like societal. But like going out in the streets and fixing things one by one isn't doing it. So becoming a hero like this gives a chance for more widespread fixing, which is like more efficient.
A very honorable goal. I will say that because you are so handy and you kind of have that intrinsic knowledge there, you would know that the spires set up around the world, they're everywhere at this point. What they do is they kind of send out a jamming signal that stops the rifts from opening. So you know of them, like everyone knows of them. They just know they're towers that exist, but you have more like knowledge of how they are doing this, which may help you later. It may not. I don't know. I'm just the tail spinner.
I'm gonna duct tape the towers.
Make sure those don't nothing bad happens to them. Let's head on over to Kalindra. You're in a very unique position. Please tell me a little bit about how you found yourself here and what your character's like.
So Kalindra is I don't think she was part of the first invasion, because that was 40 years ago, you said. But she was the captain of a alien strike force. And that was that failed, and she was taken captive by the shutdowns. And she, over time, she started to realize that she didn't want to take over Earth and wanted to become a hero instead. Kelly is currently just at her computer bank. She has 3 arms, so she can multitask quite a bit. And she is also just her antenna are just tuning into radio signals, sort of like trying to, because we are on a budget. So she is trying to just find out ways to get called in to do heroism any way she can. Because we're on a bit of a shoestring operation.
Mm-hmm. Well, you kind of answered the hero question already, so I propose another question to you, given your situation. How do you feel about your new adopted family?
She's still getting used to them. She is like she's realized that what she's done is wrong and wants to make amends for trying to, take over the world, but she's not sure she's friends with these people yet.
Aww. In due time, maybe.
It's okay. I'll fix you.
So admirable. Okay, let's move on to Chris Pixels. Tell us about what your character's doing in the warehouse right now, what they look like.
So there's a lot of downtime currently since we're not really working. So Chris, I would imagine, is sitting there like laid out a little bit on the couch because I imagine there's like loose furniture everywhere. Just sitting there waiting for work. She is just like waiting, and she'll look over at Kelly and just see if there's like any interaction. Go, Kelly, anything? Just work.
No.
I really don't want to go out and just beat up randoms today. Okay, that doesn't make you famous. That just makes you kind of a bully. So whenever we find something, please let me know.
Kelly doesn't look, but like her antennas just sort of shift your direction. It's like, were you planning to just go out and beat people up?
I mean, if they're committing crimes, like low-level crimes, yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant just like
No. I'm not gonna just go
finding
out and find.
someone
No.
on the street.
That would make us villains. We're heroes. We don't do that here. I mean,
Right.
I mean, we could like, there's that thin, line, of like jaywalking towards, like littering. I may like reprimand them, but I wouldn't like beat them up.
Were we not supposed to beat up jaywalkers?
I mean, it's technically a crime, but I don't know. Again, thin white line. I don't know. Wait, have you been beating up jaywalkers?
No.
The punches stop. Remy looks back. You were beating up jaywalkers?
I just said I wasn't beating up jaywalkers. Get off my ass about it.
But you hesitated.
I mean, that will earn us a reputation.
I mean, I know we're the shutdowns, but that's like a lot. Also, there's no challenge in that, so what's the point?
Wait, how long?
Well, there was no challenge in some of them. Some of them actually were. Actually, hold on, wait a second. Look, I'm just saying that if you didn't want me to do that, you should have told me that first.
So we have to tell. Okay, sure. I'm sorry I didn't tell you not to beat up people for minor infractions that really everyone does at one point in their life.
While Remy is distracted, I go get the dummy to fix it.
As this conversation is going on, because this is Thirsty Sword Lesbians, I do get to start with a string on each and every single one of you to later pull at your heartstrings later. I feel like this is an appropriate time to do it because you're all kind of in a high stress moment. You're all feeling the fatigue of having nothing to do, and being a hero with nothing to do isn't much of a hero. And as you're all kind of lamenting this, you get a phone call, and it's one of those like straight out of like Sunday morning cartoons. It is a phone on a pedestal that is bright red, and it rings.
On immediately to the phone.
All right.
You've reached the shutdowns.
On the other end is actually a voice you would recognize. This is an individual called Cherry Ion, and due to an injury, she was unable to complete the hero program. But she turned that situation into a positive and has climbed up the echelons of the internal bureaucracy in the foundation and helps newcomers like yourself. She's also kind of like, gosh, I would love to use a Batman reference here, like Oracle. She
Okay.
lets you know if there are jobs. Hey, shutdowns. I have a bit of a situation here. Received some really late intel, budget cuts and all of that. But actually, if you could put me onto the screen, I would appreciate that.
I would be happy to see your face on the screen. Kelly.
Whatever you've heard, I did not do it.
Just put her on the screen.
Why would you say that? Don't say things like that. It's dangerous.
Hi, Cherry. Yeah, on the screen immediately.
Yeah. All right, Cherry. She has really long red hair, emerald green eyes. She wears the insignia of the Hero Foundation proudly on, like a very practical looking T-shirt. From the waist down, you can't really see her though because she's sitting in a chair and she's just kind of like typing away. And she goes, "Oh, hey, you all. How is that? Is that your new headquarters?"
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So,
Work in
headquarters is a loose
progress.
term.
Work in progress.
I'm super sorry. Yeah, just the cuts have been really bad lately. Here, and she's continued to type away, and then she puts up a screen, kind of like an inset, and it's a TV show. There's a news program of some sort, and it shows a visual of a man in a full, like, way too large for his body, fur coat. And he, like, this is actual fur too. Like, you have the people like getting upset about it, and he's strutting around with his nose up in the air. And
Peter's
Cherry,
quaking.
yeah. And Cherry continues. Some of you may know this individual. His name is Sir Alfonso Prague. He has been acting extremely suspiciously lately. There's nothing we can really pin him on, but we suspect him of stealing the magical girl outfits.
What?
Yeah, they have been going missing en masse from different locations across the world, but we believe they are. This may be the man behind it. We've had some field agents go in, and they can't confirm it 100%, but all signs point to yes.
Okay. And you want us to find him and find where he's taking these things?
Actually, and she pulls up another scene of the news interview, and it's Sir Alfonso just going, "I plan on heading to the Eve City Museum of Antiquities to check out the most recent magical girl display, as it were. I have to say that the fashion from that time period is so far behind, but hey, maybe in another 40 years it'll come back around and actually be enjoyable again. But my interests in fashion, I must document these things. It is my duty." And that is when Cherry cuts him off and goes back into the conversation with you all. This is the last known grouping of magical girl outfits that we have remaining. We have contacted the museum and said, "Do not let this man in. He means to steal them." And they have outright denied us access to do any sort of preventative measures. Which means what I'm asking you to do goes wildly against protocol, bordering on illegal. So I hope that all of you understand the gravity of what I'm saying. But if you want to turn down this job because it's not exactly to the letter, I understand.
The letters are bogus right now. To the letter is getting us nothing. And he seems like a douchebag. So,
Not to mention fur, really? No offense. You rock it well, but him.
well, sure. But this
I
is
was
mine.
gonna say that seems incredibly rude.
I know
Remy
I
is
grew
right
mine.
here.
No.
I grew mine on
Wait,
my
did
Theirs
own.
he
is
not grow his?
no.
No.
It's a very
It's a
large, disgusting
coat.
jacket. Ugh.
Yeah. Taken from
Oh,
others.
I thought humans could just sort of do that on their own.
I mean,
No, not
like
really. At least not to that extent.
it's very loose and it's not a lot there, but not
You
of.
know, that jacket doesn't fit him. Um, yeah.
But the magical girl outfits don't fit him either, and that concerns me.
Especially if he's taking all of them.
Yeah.
Because one, why? And two, what's he doing with them?
Yeah, if he's doing what I think he's doing with them, we might have to burn them.
I may have a reason behind that as well, or at least an alibi. And Cherry will bring up another video. And this seems to be like a sort of like TV conference where there's someone asking him questions in a chair, and it's a popular like talk show. And the host asks, so the question of affordability, why are all of your designs, unique as they are, so expensive, so out of touch with the common person? And Alfonso raises his hands to his side and goes, I don't make fashion for other people. I make it for me. If I can afford it, that's all that matters. All fashion belongs to me.
I hate him. Sure. He's got a very punchable face. I'm in. Anyone else?
Sure.
Great.
I'll get up off the couch for the first time. You know what? Yeah.
It's
Out
a
of-
step up. It's the step up from beating jaywalkers.
Which we
Which
definitely
no one
didn't
here has
do.
done.
Why would you say
Ever.
that? Why would you say that in front of Cherry? I don't think they're gonna do anything. Stop saying these things.
You see Cherry kind of go through a stack of papers real quick, like she's cataloging something, and goes, well, no one in your district has reported being beaten up for jaywalking. However, as my position, I will strongly suggest about how to put this. Make sure the punishment is equal to the crime.
Yes.
Of course.
Always.
Why would it be?
Cherry, it's always a pleasure to see you. Do you have
It's
any other
nice.
details for us?
Any other details? Oh, yes. Sir Alfonso is going to be in the museum tomorrow at about 1 in the afternoon. He
I
expects to
have a
bring.
question.
Go ahead.
Has he been knighted?
Unfortunately, yes.
Jeez.
It's one
Is
of those
this going-
situations where someone does something that royalty respects and gets knighted for it, not necessarily their good deeds.
So is this going to create like a diplomatic incident or something? Like this seems like a trap. You're sending us on a trap against the royalty.
I don't think that's quite how that works. They knight and like lady a bunch of people
Yeah,
all
I
the
know.
time. I mean, like,
They might take offense. We'll take that into account.
well, then we should make sure that we get the job
Yeah.
done right.
Right.
It's half and half olive oil
And if any of you kind of like follow the political beat in the atmosphere, you would know that people can essentially buy knighthood in this climate. Like,
Fair.
it's corrupt as heck right now.
Fair.
But Cherry does look a little disappointed. She's like, I know what I asked of all of you is big. It is big, and I was upfront. Again,
Yeah.
you have until tomorrow at 1 to basically decide. But I would say be there when he is at the museum if you want to help.
Okay. Thank you, Cherry. This is the best news I've gotten in months, if we're being honest.
That's good. This is probably the worst crisis I've ever dealt with in months, but she holds her like it's like an energy drink kind of like a protein shake thing and just goes, cheers to hopefully finding a way out of this recession.
Cheers.
Oh, and Cherry.
Yes.
Nice top, by the way. Did you get that on sale? I'm just curious.
Oh, they give these out for free at the station. You can come get one.
Oh, okay. It works well for you. It goes well with the eyes.
Oh, thank you. And she just kind of like goes and turns off the camera at this point, ending the call.
It's just a little look to Chris. Like,
What? It works well with their eyes. It's just what? Stop. Go back to training. All right. I'm gonna go also train somewhere else. All right.
or as our sneaky one, you and Kelly could figure out how we can get in, or figure out the layout of the place that we're gonna be at,
Ooh.
maybe.
I will go make a disguise.
Great.
Do they know what you look like already?
She holds up like 3 arms that she has.
Oh no. Good point. What could you wear though? Something nice and fashionable, but also hides a third arm.
Oh,
I
I
mean-
usually just go and like just tucks her arm behind her back like this. It's like, if I just wear like something over it, no one can really tell. But I also have to find a hat because I have antenna.
Oh, that's true. Does anyone have a nice hat collection among us? I know we had to liquidate a lot of our stuff, but
So,
I mean, I have a
do you-
few trucker hats.
do you see this hair?
oh,
Yeah, this
you know
isn't
what?
going
you know
under
what?
a hat.
You know what? That's on me again. I'm sorry. You look fantastic, by the way. I know you've been training a lot, but body is fit. You look very nice.
Careful, flattery will get you everywhere.
We need to concentrate
I am concentrating. Also,
on the right things.
hey,
Mm,
looking extra butch today.
thank you.
You're welcome. So, I guess I think Cass and I can go out, sort of patrol. That way, our team looks like we're doing something while you two are, going out and about and getting the information we need. Sound good?
That works for me.
Great.
So before we all actually before we all go our separate ways, what is the plan at present for thwarting Sir Alfonso Prague? Is it going to be kind of like breaking into the museum? Is it going to be using your charm to kind of convince the guards that they might, or the curator, that they might be in the wrong here?
Well, I think first we were gonna do some recon to like see like the lay of the land.
Right. Yeah, because we kind of want to get a better idea of what we're working with.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe, I don't know if Kelly or Chris are good at talking to people. But if they can like get it in with somebody there, then it'll make us getting in there and dealing with Alfonso easier.
Cool. Then what we're going to do is segue into like a montage here. I'm going to go through each of you and you're going to tell me how you're preparing or what information gathering you're doing in order to prepare for this next step. Let us start with this time Cassidy. What is Cassidy doing to kind of get look into the museum or look into Alfonso or whatever you think is most relevant here?
I'm going with Remy, and we're going to tour the museum and the exterior of the museum, if it's open to visitors right now before the new expo. We might go in and check like where things are going to be, like just get a feel of the place, see if there's going to be a present security, if there's like things that are going to be like worked on for the show tomorrow that we can notice, things like that. So that's the plan. And after that, I'm sharpen my sword.
Okay. So based off of that, I'm going to get you to roll a 2d6 plus wit. This is kind of your cleverness and knowledge gathering techniques.
Oh yeah, I have -1 wit. I am very wit. I have 5.
5. Okay. So that is actually a downbeat. In Thirsty Sword Lesbians, you don't necessarily lose. That's not a function. However, as a downbeat, you are kind of confronted with difficulties as you go around. A lot of the people aren't really super communicative about, like, you ask like a random guard or museum goer, and they're not like, the museum goers don't know, and the guards are kind of like, we're not going to tell you about our security measures. But from what you can gather just by walking around, they do have a rotation of guards. Everyone seems to be on the up and up. The curator is not seeing anyone right now. But they do plan on having protection tomorrow when Sir Alfonso Prague visits. They took the anonymous tip that Cherry left with them quite seriously. So they are mobilizing to kind of deal with that.
When the guards refuse to inform me, I'm a bit confrontational. Like, you hiding something? Like, I just get like,
okay, yeah. And Remy's like, no. We're gonna move.
And you see the guard, like, he's actually like, what? No, why are you asking? Are you gonna break in or something? But,
are you?
No,
go ahead.
Are you gonna break in? They work here. Cass.
That's a perfect cover. Makes sense.
Cass,
Hey,
you
let
gotta
Remy
cool it.
go.
Cass, you gotta cool it. You have to. We have to go.
Okay.
Okay.
If you
All
say
right.
so. Fine.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Go wash your face or something. I don't know. Take a breather.
Fine.
Oh goodness. Let's move on. Actually, since you're both together, Remy, I'm gonna ask you next. What are you doing in this montage to prepare for or information gather for this situation?
All right, so already asked the guards. I would like to. I think I'm looking at where like exits are. No, because I'm gonna let the other two, the smarter people, deal with that. I'm gonna let the people with the brains or the charm deal with that. Um, I think after I'm gonna go back, like I'm gonna send Cassidy away, and I want to talk to that guard and just kind of like, hey, look, sorry, um, she's just like really into fashion, and I'm gonna try and like flirt up the guard. I don't know.
Oh, we're flirting. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, just trying to smooth things over. Be like, hey, if you need more people, you need more guards, we can help. We're both really strong. That's what the aim is for the flirting.
So, there are two approaches I could allow you to take for this. One being grace, and that's just you just being naturally graceful and lovely, and through that means. There's also heart, which is your emotional awareness and persuasiveness. So, are you using your words, or are you just kind of using your wiles?
Yeah, I don't use words. I use body language. So
Okay.
grace it is. Yeah. Okay, that's an 8.
That's an 8. So that is like a general success on these sorts of things. Um, at first, the guard does seem a little worked up. but everything kind of evens out when you approach a little more gently, a little more like I want to say, I don't know what I want to say, attractively, I guess. And they do kind of like it's a different kind of climbing up. They're just kind of nervous at this point, and they're like, yeah, listen, all I know is that we got a pretty tight schedule tomorrow. The Camuys should be fine in our care. Uh Honestly, I can't imagine Sir Alfonso Prague like stealing anything, right? Like that doesn't seem his thing.
Did you see his interview? He
I
said
mean,
all fashion is mine.
yes, but I mean, these garbs are like 40 years old, right? Like, does he actually want them, or is he just gonna look at them for inspiration?
I listen, the way he speaks, I'm like, let's me to you. He's an asshole, right?
I mean, yes.
Yeah, exactly. So I think we should, I think we should be careful. Have a couple extra bodies. I mean, it's a good body, right? It's just like real close. not
Uh,
not fully in the bubble, but close enough.
Listen, I'll see what I can do. I can talk to my boss, and he will actually name drop someone who I am going through my notes looking for.
We lo- we love names.
He's like, listen, my boss is Joey Talui. He's the lead in security here. I'm gonna mention you all. You're the shutdowns, right? And you could tell that he knew this when talking to Cassidy.
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty obvious. It's not unreasonable. Yeah, the shutdowns. Listen, this is part of our jurisdiction. We want to make sure that nothing happens. Okay?
Yeah, I mean, it sucks what's happening to all of you lately. I almost tried out to be a hero, but I was told I didn't have the stuff. So I mean, here now, still trying to do good. But yeah, I'll here. Do you have a number I can reach you at?
I do. I'm gonna take his phone and just do that. Like I'm just gonna enter it in and then hand it back. The hands connecting as we're passing back the phone. And listen,
Mhm.
the bureaucracy has everything all tied up and fucked up. Don't take what they said to heart. You can still be a hero. Okay?
Okay. Cool. And you're actually going to gain a string on this individual that you can later
Hell
call
yeah.
in.
When we leave, I'm just gonna do this to the guard.
Yes.
For your reference, the guard's name was Jace.
Jace, hell yeah.
I can't wait for us to return to this museum, and it just is a picture of Cassidy on the wall that says "Do not let in."
Under any circumstance.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm clearly the man-hating lesbian of the group. Okay, clearly.
It's fine. It'd be like that.
It'd be like that.
Let's move the montage over to Chris Pixels. What are you doing to prepare for this job?
I would say, since we're trying to figure out, I would say try and find the location in this place where like you can either find a room where we could get into the cameras and everything to make sure either everything is running or to where everything doesn't get immediately shut down. No pun intended for that. To make sure things don't go awry, just in case we need actual evidence that this man is stealing things or going to steal things. So we'll have video evidence of it.
Right. So would you say that you're breaking in, or are you looking at building plans at like City Hall?
I would, let's go with breaking in.
Oh my goodness.
Let's be a little sneaky, Why not?
Little sneaky
So-
boy.
Yeah.
Let's be bad.
I want to say that breaking in actually counts for forcefulness, which is a daring roll. So if you want to give me a 2d6 plus your daring.
Ooh, it's a +2. Let's see.
Let's go.
That is that's a 10.
It's a 10. So you get an upbeat. Wow. You're breaking in. You find actually a fairly undefended area of the museum. You can get in no problem. You sneak in through the side, you go up to the second floor where the magical girl outfits are currently being displayed. They're all fine, they're all intact. Nothing bad has happened to them yet. And you can make your way to the security office. Through luck, there's no one in there right now. Someone has either went to the bathroom or what have you, or they're distracted on a phone call somewhere else about the impending theft deal. But it's empty, so you can go in, you can look at one of the computers, you can study where each of the cameras are, and what blind spots there are. So anything specific other than that you're looking for?
I will say looking for blind spots, of course, but looking for like if there's anything that sticks out, like in terms of like, well, because you said someone potentially ran to the restroom is gone. Is there like a because I imagine there's like a shift schedule. Is there a shift schedule where like who's going to be here at specific times?
Yeah.
Okay. I would look towards that and like see if there's actually going to be someone, if there's going to be like a large gap in like people on these cameras.
You will actually find the same name that I gave Remy earlier, Joey Louis. He is working pretty much consistently. Apparently going to sleep in the break room for, like whatever amount of sleep he requires, and then he'll be back on the beat. Not leaving the establishment until after, like well after the night after the Sir Prague visits.
I'll then text Kelly, be like, hey, everything seems fine here, but I just have an uneasy feeling. Have you been able to find anything? And then I will try and sneak out before the guard notices me, but then I will like as I'm leaving, I will like just like casually like re-enter the museum, like, oh, I'm just here. I didn't break in, to see if like anyone sticks out at all.
I do believe your mic isn't working, Kalindra.
How
go.
about now?
Yes, perfect.
So I think in the meantime, while Chris Pixels is doing this, Kelly is basically casing the joint. She shows up in her regular human disguise, which is like this like tam o'shanter hat and like a baggy suit coat that she can hide her arm in behind her, and like big boots so she can and gloves so that she can hide that she has like weird alien hands and feet, and all totally different colors. And she is just going to walk around the museum and try to figure out like what would she do if she was trying to rob the place.
Okay. Oof. So I want to say that is a cleverness. Well, it could be. I will say I will give you the role as either daring or wit.
I have +1 in both of those.
Okay. So it's whatever you want.
12.
12. Jeez. That is another upbeat for the group. The feeling you get in here, you don't exactly gain the information as Pixels did. You don't know where the blind spots of all the cameras are, but you do see a few of them. The biggest issue in this building is that over the magical girl display with all the outfits, there's a giant glass dome ceiling. Probably the weakest point in this entire place. If smart person would just use like a glass cutter on the roof and slip down, grab everything. Definitely whatever is going to happen is going to be in this room, particularly. The guard rotation looks good. Like you're watching, they're coming and going. This is something I forgot to say to Pixels, but on the night after Sir Alfonso visits, there's only 2 guards on, and they rotate rather than both being present at the same time. So take that as you will. But yes, Kalindra, as you're kind of casing the place, you know the weak spots. Where the robbery might happen quite easily.
Then in that case, she is going to text Chris back and say, there is a glass bubble roof, and you could easily get through that. It's a big weak spot.
Just a quick message back. Okay. We'll definitely have to set up something in here. Or in there.
Mm-hmm. All right. So the montage of you all going out and doing reconnaissance comes to an end. Is there anywhere you meet up to kind of discuss this?
Would the group have like a favorite like hangout spot?
There are cafes across the street from the museum, but they might be a little overpriced.
And we're kind of broke.
Remy, you are muted.
It's fine. So is there a dive bar in our area?
Oh yeah, definitely. You the dive bar is actually located under one of these jamming towers. At first they kind of built these things as like a monument to victory, but as time has gone by, they haven't been maintained especially well. And there's one a few blocks down from the museum. Not exactly a nice area of town, but there's a dive bar there.
Great. So we'll meet up there.
All right.
Cassidy, let me buy you a drink. Are you calm now? Are we good?
Sure.
Are you just saying sure, or are you actually okay?
I'll tell you after my drink.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure. Okay. You're still being grumpy at me. Okay. Then we'll go to the dive bar.
So the group reconvenes on this dive bar. Let's give it a name. The terrible toad.
Amazing.
So you all, their signature drink is kind of like it's just green. Very strong. Tasting at least. It doesn't seem to hit as hard as you might think, but yeah. That is their signature.
All right. Let's just come up with a name if that's all right.
Sure.
Lucy. Can we get 4 of the green stuff?
Yeah, coming right up.
Thanks.
And the bartender will start mixing up these drinks for you all.
Got it. I will not say a word until we have the drinks.
Mm-hmm. Do you all take a booth or are you at the counter?
Booth.
Yeah, I would say we take a booth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, as soon as the drinks are there, Kelly just like holds it up to her forehead and is just like, you should not drink this. It's minor poison.
Yes. That's the point.
Lucy, you're looking fine tonight.
Thanks. If you all need anything else, let me know. Here's some complimentary nuts. If I can make more recommendations about what you should be drinking later, let me know. Because I'm not sure why that's still on the menu.
You know, the only thing the only nuts I'll take are yours. Ha.
She just smiles and finger guns at you like, yeah.
Did you serve us poison on purpose?
Oh,
It's alcohol.
Kelly, come on.
It's alcohol. We've talked about this. Remember? Yes.
Oh, it's the poison that you drink on purpose.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Lucy looks a little awkward and finger guns at Kalindra before leaving. Like, how do I explain this?
That is not a real gun.
No, no.
Cass, was that your pickup line?
Shut up.
I'm just asking. Hey, it could work for. It wouldn't work for me, but maybe it works for you.
It's
but
certainly
I'm not.
Try.
Yeah.
What's up?
Well, my tongue has better uses than talking. Okay.
I mean, fair. So, well, we do need to talk now, though. That is why we're here and together. What'd you two find out?
Kelly, do you want to?
Oh, yes, I figured out how to break into the museum. There is a big glass bubble instead of a ceiling. So that was a mistake that the museum made when they built it.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I want to say, like, if this was anywhere else and someone's just like, I figured out how to break into the museum, everyone's heads would turn.
Yeah, no.
But...
As Kelly says that, can I just look
check,
around and see if like I catch any eyes like on us?
Well, let's just say it's basically before noon in the Terrible Toad, which is a dive bar, and there's no one here. The place is empty. You might like hear Lucy clatter a dish when you say that, but Lucy's not talking to anyone.
Right. Lucy's no snitch.
I mean, I could put my cock all over the roof, and that could probably slow things down.
Oh, with an L.
And A and a U, yeah.
What did you think I mean?
There's a fine line of pronunciation between those two words. It's fine. We probably won't need to do that. However, I don't actually think it's possible, but I don't actually think he'll steal them when he's there at 1 o'clock.
Oh. You think he will be doing what I did and figure out how to rob it?
Oh, no, I think he already knows. But he's giving himself an alibi.
Yeah. Show yourself for appearances and have eyes on you at all times is a good.
Right.
And then come back later.
Did you share all of the information, or was it just I found the dome?
No, I would say I would also share the whole like the cameras and then the lapse in like times and also the Joey character. Like
Joey Salui.
Yeah.
You also said that there would be less guards the day after, so if he's not stealing them when he's there, maybe he's stealing them when he's not there.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's going to steal them. Like, he's way too bourgeois. He's way too bourgeois to steal the things himself. And there's already suspicion on him. So I think that he's going to be there while they're going to get stolen by someone else in front of him. So there's plausible deniability.
Oh, sure. When I say him stealing them, I mean they're going to be his. Whoever comes to steal them work for him. So while he won't be doing it directly, he'll be involved, is the thing. But that would, I mean, I still think we should go in the afternoon tomorrow.
But
Be there
yes.
just in case he does have a ploy,
Mhm.
to show, oh no, it wasn't me. Sure, but
he can hire people to do crimes for him.
yes,
Have
because he's
we
rich.
considered that? We are making no money.
Have we considered being hired by a bad guy?
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, it seems like they have a lot of money.
Hmm. But they're also the bad guy, and we're the good guys, Kelly.
Right. I forgot about that.
Well, let's try and remember that.
But if we don't do it for either of the teams and go as solo agents, we could get the suits. So if we split the team and part of us goes up on the roof and part of us watches for the Sir, what's his face? We could, yeah, drinks the drink.
Yes.
Oh, you said the magic words. I'm gonna come in here. So the Terrible Toad signature beverage tastes like a margarita, but also has that very weedy beer-like texture and none of the charm of a margarita. So you got like basically
Oh.
like a sour, weedy
Slushy.
beer.
Sounds wonderful.
Oh,
Probably my favorite drink.
of course it is. It's unhinged behavior. Yeah, Remy takes theirs back. She's not letting that linger. She just wants the booze. That's
I
fine.
like it. It tastes like my first girlfriend.
No.
This
Wow.
is
What is?
Oh no.
What? What did?
No. Was she okay? You took yourself out. You took yourself out right there. This is what happened. You took yourself out. I hope you're pleased.
Me out too. Like, gee.
Oh man. Okay. So two of us on the roof, two of us down below.
I propose that I go on the roof because if I go down below, I'm going to have problems with those guards.
Okay, all right. You know what? Let's pull over actually. Let's talk about that.
Wait,
What the fuck?
did something happen? Did they,
Cassidy got real defensive when they were just, doing their job.
He was abusing his power.
Was he? Or were you just accusatory immediately?
I get he's a man, all right? I get that
That is-
100%. But I imagine he was just doing his job.
His job, are you sure? I don't know. A
Yes.
cab.
I mean, he's not a cop. He's not a cop.
I
He's a
think he just
security
stands
officer.
in the museum.
I think this is a part-time job.
Can he arrest people even?
No, not
They
really.
can just ask you to leave.
That's
You don't
true.
know that.
No,
You don't know
that's
that.
that's what the guards do.
I think that he's such a failure that he couldn't make it as a cop and wanted a uniform so bad that he made it there.
Now you're just being hurtful for no
Well,
reason. He
You
didn't
don't know
do
there's no
anything.
reason. I had bad vibes.
Okay.
Oh, can you sense those too?
Yes.
Mm-mm. All right. So
How do you do
now
that
that
without
that's-
antenna?
Power of the heart.
Oh, I learn more about humans every day.
Every day. Yeah.
Okay. So Cassidy and one of you two on the roof. And then me and the other actually in the museum.
Well, I wasn't seen earlier, so I'm okay with being in the museum.
I was in a very good disguise, but I can go on the roof.
Great.
I mean, I'm sure the action is going to be on the roof, so whoever comes with me, it's gonna be a party.
I'm almost positive it'll happen in both spots, if I'm being completely honest.
Why would they hold a party on the roof?
Oh no.
Oh, okay. I just like in a little silence, just slowly, even though it's the most disgusting drink in the world, just slowly drink it, let it affect me, and just do this, and just do two more.
Kelly, babe, you should come on the roof with me and we'll make sure to have a blast.
Kelly just like starts drinking, makes a face, takes another sip, makes a face.
Hey, if you don't like it, you don't have to drink it, Kelly.
I do like it. It's just bad.
So you don't like it.
I don't know.
I'm
Uh,
gonna have to work
That's
on
fair
this.
because I had girlfriends like that I thought I liked, but I
we
didn't.
gotta stop comparing girlfriends to drinks, I think. Maybe.
Hmm.
Especially the ones that taste bad. Don't do that.
Yeah,
To be fair, that was my first girlfriend, so I
No,
wasn't.
also to be fair, you did say you like it. So beauty's in
I'm
in
kind
the
of
mouth of the
nostalgic
beholder.
for it, so it's
No.
not as
Okay. I think we should head back to the headquarters, actually.
just because you don't want to see me drink it anymore.
I don't want you to bring up more memories of your girlfriend that tasted like whatever that is.
Oh, it tastes like
No.
motor oil and sadness. This is what 11 a.m. drinking is.
Yes. It's like if a lemon punched you in the face. Like,
But to be fair, it was wild sex. Wild.
fantastic.
Lucy comes over at this point, and I can't help but overhear that the drink isn't good. I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
you
We're
were
gonna
listening to about the wild sex.
trying not to, but I mean,
Lucy, I'll happily give you my number. Give me a call.
can you give me a role if you're actually flirting
Yeah.
with Lucy? I need
For
some sort of
sure.
role.
What kind of role do you want? Do I have powers for this?
Are you
I'll
being persuasive or like elegant?
Ugh.
I would say this is
I don't think any of this was elegant.
Yeah, this is coming
Yeah,
across more like
persuasive.
I would almost even take daring because you are being
Oh yeah,
like
daring.
forceful.
Totally daring.
Okay,
It's
go
like-
ahead.
Oh, 11.
11. Okay, so Lucy, against her better judgment, like she's seen you a couple times. You've probably flirted, but she goes, "Tell you what I'm gonna do. I am going to comp the drinks because I'll be honest, the Terrible Toad signature is really awful. Please don't order it again. I keep telling them to change it. Cassidy."
Yes. My queen.
Here's my number.
Thank you. I will give you a text, call,
How does that always work?
anything.
And you see like Lucy kind of like give her finger guns again, but she's like blushing from ear to ear. Her face is just completely red at this point. And she says, "Now, if you all could leave so that I can continue doing my job, I would appreciate that. You're all
We're bad.
Sure.
I get it. I'll give you a call.
yeah, I'm gonna be giving Remy the same puzzle look that I imagine they're giving. I was like,
It always works.
I
don't get it.
try so hard and succeed maybe like 33% of the time. They have like an 85% like it's incredible. I don't get it.
I mean,
Kelly just leans forward across the table and it's like, is this how flirting works?
Yeah.
this is how flirting works for Cassidy. I want to be very clear on that. I don't know. It's the aura. It's the vibes.
Lucy actually turns around at some point. She's in the middle of wiping down a table, and she just goes, "Sometimes it's nice to have a girl that knows what she wants."
Oh yeah. I know what I want.
Yep. Okay, we're leaving now. We're leaving now. I don't want to
Also-
see any more between the two of you. It's
I
just-
would like
don't-
a cheeseburger.
Oh, sweetie, we don't have any of those here, but there's a place 2 blocks down, hang to the left.
I'll still give a tip. Like my whatever money I have in my pocket, she still deserves it. Everything. There's a romantic tip, a gesture, the money on the table, and I go head up high.
Lucy just waves. You will notice she goes to a chalkboard at the back of the terrible toad and scratches 4 marks into a massive tally. It's not overtly obvious what this tally is for, but you can put the pieces together that this is a tally for terrible toad drinks comped.
Yeah. Mhm.
So
The terrible toads, juice is just bad.
this is when I'm going to call for a break. Those of you in the
Sounds
chat
good.
who have been watching, please stay tuned. We're going to come back in about 15 minutes. Please consider donating to NAMI if you have the means to. It's the National Association of Mental Illness. Doing great work, helping people through their personal, struggles. And that's something I can really get behind because I'm someone who has needed help before, and having those resources available to you is absolutely important. So we're going to be back, and hopefully we'll solve the missing Kamui caper when we return for Thirsty Sword Lesbians.
Be good in the chat.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Days of Tales 2. We are doing Thirsty Sword Lesbians, called Well Dressed, for reasons that may become apparent later, or they may already be apparent. But yes, we're back raising money for NAMI, the National Association on Mental Illness. If you can donate, please. Every little bit helps. If you can't donate, spread the word about what's happening this weekend so that we can get more views, more potential donations heading in, and just kind of support a really worthy cause. Because let's face it, all of us have mental health, and how you deal with that is completely in your hands. But sometimes there are some of us who need a little bit of help, and that's what we're here for. Without further ado, we're going to jump back into Thirsty Sword Lesbians. When last we left off, the group had left the Terrible Toad dive bar underneath one of the spires and are heading back to the shutdown headquarters, which is a warehouse in a not so great power town, but hey, it's home, right?
All right. Do we have everything we need? I mean, not like we can order anything, but we've got some equipment here, right?
I'll bring my tools, duct tape, zip ties.
It's a good idea.
You never know.
To recap what you all learned, in your reconnaissance, you learned blind spots and cameras. You learned that the easiest destroyed part of the building is probably the dome roof that protects the magical girl outfits. You've learned the guard rotation. You have a guard in your pocket, so to speak, one that is kind of interested in Remy right now. That was by the name of Jace. You also know the name of the lead security officer, which is Joey Thlue. I have not met him yet. Have not met the curator of the museum either. Having scoped the outside, you have one secret entrance that you can utilize. Thanks to good reconnaissance. I think that's about it. It's a good base to work with. Oh, you also have the knowledge that the night after Sir Alfonso Prague's visit, the guard shift is rather light.
Mhm. So we're
I
gonna be
just had
there. Yeah, go ahead.
I had a realization. Like maybe they're going to pin the attempt of stealing the costumes on us since we're going to be there. Maybe like Cherry is like part of the plot. And so we're going to be arrested. And then the next day he's going to swoop in and actually steal them.
Okay, well, we'll just make sure not to be anywhere near the Kamui, and we won't have them in our possession. So
Always be suspicious of a redhead. I learned that with my third girlfriend.
Were all the ones before the third girlfriend also redheads?
I mean,
probably.
It's fair.
Do you just have a
Probably.
thing for redheads?
I mean, they are pretty great.
No, they are. They're very
Yeah.
attractive.
Hmm. All right. All right, everybody, rest up, I guess.
Kalindra and Pixels, anything you both want to do before you rest up for the night?
You said we did meet the curator, right?
Did not meet him, no.
As someone who went unseen, I would imagine I would pick up when the museum closes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Could I double back near closing to see if I can pick up on the curator as they're leaving?
Yes. Would you like to get anyone else in on this?
Yeah, I think Kalindra would come with you.
Yeah, no, it would be, since I'd imagine Clindra would be around. I'd be like, hey, I think we could just get a little bit more info if needed.
All right. When you say get info, what do you mean?
Well, we just, talk to the curator, maybe.
Okay, just talking.
Well, yeah, just talking. Nothing else.
All right.
You sound so disappointed.
catch her jaywalking and then blackmail her.
So the museum would close at about 6 o'clock. That's pretty standard for museums like this because everyone works like a 9-to-5 job, right? It's not like they need to keep it open overnight either. But you can head in, and are you just kind of staking out the front of the museum, waiting for the curator to come out?
I would say I would be looking at certain pieces and be like, oh, just seeing if anyone's around. Like, oh, do you mind if I speak to the curator on this piece over here? It's very nice and wonderful. If there's anyone around, of course.
What kind of role would I consider that to be? You're being polite. The one having to do with persuasiveness, which what was that?
Heart.
Yes, there we go.
I think that's a straight roll. All right. That'll be a 6.
A 6. Okay, so that's not a down shift or anything like that. Oh gosh, I think I just used terminology from another game. I've been learning too many systems lately. But
Food.
no, it is actually. It is
It is, yeah.
Yeah. So this does not go as planned. I've been kind of lenient so far because we're in the start of it, but I'm actually going to get you to mark a condition based off of this conversation. So not quite yet. The curator does come out looking rather busy and annoyed, getting ready for a big celebrity tomorrow. They are in a kind of a gray and white suit. Their features are quite androgynous, and they have kind of like white hair, slicked back on the top of their head. And they approach you, and it's like, yes, what can I help you with this evening?
Oh, I was just, looking at this piece over here, and it's just very nice. And I was wondering if you had any other pieces like this in this museum.
The museum is filled with pieces of art, and what exactly are you looking at? Are you looking at one of the magical girl outfits, or are you just
I
looking
would
at like
say one of the magical girl outfits, yeah.
Uh, some of them have been moved out recently to other facilities. However, the what you see kind of in this general vicinity is what we have available at the moment. I should let you know that we're not in the business of selling any of our magical girl outfits, if that's what you're interested in.
Oh, no. It's just, it's just interesting, in the history, I imagine, behind these is very vast, I'd imagine.
It's a very rich tapestry of history, yes. A lot we have to be thankful for.
Mm.
And you notice that this person is just kind of inscrutable. Like, it's hard to tell if they are just it's not impassioned talking, but you can't tell if they're just bullshitting you or if it's just kind of blank, like this is the thing I've recited many times before.
Do you have any, because, the way this way through, do you have a favorite piece here of these few outfits?
And the curator kind of looks at their watch for nodding at you and bringing you to another area, and it's like, this one here was worn by the heroine temptress during the war. Of course, you might know of her. If you do not, she was definitely one of the greats. Single-handedly punched one of the vehicles out of the sky. That such is the power granted by these garments.
Quite a bit of a powerhouse, when you say.
I've been researching her since I was a child.
A hero of yours, or just interested in the person?
An inspiration.
You mentioned they look at their watch. Is this like a consistent thing? It's like they're trying to be somewhere?
Yes. They are very busy. Kalindra, you're here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how is Kalindra, like, what vibe is she getting off of this conversation?
Make me a roll of some sort. So heart from you as well.
Okay. That's a 2.
Yeesh.
Oh, no.
Oh, I am like
Guy.
deep in their pockets. This is happening for sure.
No.
So based on that, I'm gonna actually mark conditions on both of you at the end of this conversation. You're gonna pick one that is appropriate to the situation kind of going on. So think how your character feels like at the end of this conversation. But the curator looks at their watch again and goes, "Is there anything else I can help you with today?"
I'm not holding you up, am I? Sorry, it's just first time in the museum, trying to just view these wonderful pieces, and I come to you because you seem like you know a lot. And
If I may be frank, one of your group, I believe you are known as the Shutdowns, confronted one of my guardsmen earlier, and he told me that you were all present in the location, that you were snooping around. We have reason to believe that you've been looking further into the museum than we would like. I'm going to have to ask your group to leave. We can consider it a temporary ban if you want, but if you continue to press this issue, we can consider it a permanent one.
At this, I think Kalindra's just going to say, I am a woman who knows what she wants. Hello.
you just see a look of
Please.
just absolute shock on Chris's face. Is like, no, not now.
The curator looks a little confused for a moment. And what is exactly that you are all here for? What is it that you want?
Please do not ban us at all. Wink. She does say wink.
Oh, no. Oh, God.
You can see like one of the eyes twitch a little bit on the curator, like what how do I deal with this? And they continue speaking. It's like, unless you can give me a good reason that you're all here, then I'm going to kindly ask you to leave. And you see at this point she waves her hand and a couple of guards come out from the other sides. They are not armed. These are not those types of guards. They have walkie-talkies. Maybe a stun gun, but that's it.
I'll look towards Kalintra before even saying anything. Like,
Oh, because Sir Alfonso is going to rob the outfits.
Yes, that is something that was told to us.
And we are trying to stop it.
And we appreciate the offer from the Hero Foundation. I didn't think that you all were meant to be assisting with this project.
work lately hasn't been, forthcoming. We haven't really gotten any jobs, and we're taking what we can, and it seems like you all needed help.
The curator puts her hands behind her back and says, "So you're meddling."
I mean,
is that a good thing or a bad thing? We're only doing it if it's a good thing.
we're not a bunch of kids in a van with a large dog. We're just trying to do our best here.
Right, so I'm going to explain this to you plainly. I have people here that are hired to help. We are doing our best. We are going to make sure that no one takes the outfits. Not even you.
I mean, we were never thinking of doing that in the first place. I understand we may be giving off that vibe on occasion, but we were never planning on it. I know it seems weird that I'm saying this to you now, but not a person who lies.
At this point, the curator nods and makes a gesture towards the door.
Okay.
It has been wonderful speaking to the shutdowns. Consider yourselves banned for 30 days.
Oh, that
take care
won't
of
work.
yourselves.
It's tomorrow is the thing.
That's Kelly, that's one of the reasons why we're getting banned.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we won't be here tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the reason.
Do you both leave peaceably, or
Is Kelly picking up on that we should
I
leave?
think Kelly is now picking up on
Okay.
we should
So
leave.
okay, yeah. So I'm like, Kelly, we should be going.
Right. I will be going toward the door that you are pointing to.
thank you. Do take care, and I do hope your foundation recovers.
Thank you. Very nice to meet you. I didn't catch your name, by the way.
Janice King.
Very nice
Um,
to meet you, Miss King. I hope if we speak again, it's under better circumstances.
Rev is giving advantage to a PC if it helps.
Oh, not unless another roll is made here. But which
And
PC,
just hold.
Rev?
just hold on to that, I guess.
Oh, there was also a hydrate. So,
Oh, I
please.
missed that. I'm sorry.
That's okay. All right.
I was too busy dying.
In that case, Rev, who did you give the advantage to? We'll figure that out later. But yes, as we kind of head out of, or as you two kind of head out of the museum, no one hurts you or, you know, roughs you up or anything like that. It's a very civilized kind of situation, and you can tell that like there's still some guests in the museum looking at things. Obviously don't want to make a scene and don't want to cause too much of a ruckus. Unfortunately, you do all leave the museum currently banned, which is going to make checking in on it tomorrow when Sir Alfonso is in a little more difficult. Maybe you all will have to be up on the roof.
God, we're gonna have to.
So the advantage is to whoever seizes it.
Okay, yeah, fair. If any of you want it later, like if you think your role is really crucial, you can roll twice and take the better option.
Nice,
Okay.
thank you.
Sweet. Oh God.
As we're starting to walk away, I just like stop for a moment. The wink, really?
Did I mess that up?
No, I think even flirting in that situation, I don't think it would have helped. But you tried, and that's all that matters. But it looks like the plan for tomorrow has definitely changed. And we may all have to be on the roof and not on the ground where we want to be. It's just, I have a strong feeling Remy's not going to take this well that we got banned.
Can we fast forward to Remy punching a thing?
We fast forward to Remy. We got banned, and just the punching bag flies off the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I just
Cinematically
fixed
appropriate.
that.
I don't even know how I got recognized when I was in my very human disguise.
It didn't help that we had issues beforehand with the guards to begin with.
I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, really? You don't know what I mean? One of the guards had a taser for some reason. I think he picked that up maybe because of earlier. I don't know.
Just proves that like all guards are bastards too.
So Remy's sword are actually clawed gauntlets. She's putting those on. And
are we gonna fight?
One of the training dummies is just gonna get shredded.
Okay, let's let her cool off a bit.
When it's a pile of wood chips, she takes them back off. Okay, so clearly things have changed. We still need to be there. So we're all gonna have to be up on the roof. I understand you were trying to help to get us more information.
We could also try different disguises.
I am 6'5" with neon hair and a tail. What disguise do you think? Never mind. I'm sorry. I'm gonna walk this one off. Yeah, I'm gonna. Cassidy,
Yeah.
if I see those wood chips duct tape back together, you're next. Leave them there.
Wow.
Let-
She specifically said that tape. I have other solutions.
Yeah, Remy's gonna go for a minute, just gonna take a breather, probably go for a little run, ski, and then
Do you think you could glue them together?
Yeah, I'm getting wood glue and gorilla tape.
So I love that. Cassie's currently focused on just fixing whatever she can. And situations kind of like you're heroes, right? You're not used to the bureaucracy. You're just there to help people. And it seems like this red tape is getting in the way of just helping people. And it's so very frustrating. Remy, on your walk, is there anything in particular you are doing?
I am just trying to calm down. Do I know where Cherry lives?
Goodness, no.
I didn't figure. I was
You know where
hoping.
headquarters is.
I'm not going there.
Okay. You do
Oh,
have Cherry's number.
got it. I'm gonna give her a call.
Sure. Your phone rings once, twice, 3 times. Hello?
Cherry.
How's it going, Remy?
We had things set. We were good to go. And then part of my team went back for more information and they got us all banned.
Yeah, I actually know. There was a complaint filed against the foundation, so dealing with that right now.
Fuck. Okay.
Honestly, this is bigger than whatever slap on the wrist is going to come of this. If you can still figure out a way to maybe circumvent, I can't get you in. Heck, they wouldn't even
No.
let me in. But if you can figure out something, it would be appreciated.
We'll figure it out. I just needed to talk to someone for a minute.
Right.
Someone I wasn't directly upset with.
If I may, your crew is they're very colorful and
Yeah.
I enjoy them a lot. I understand the frustration, but not everything goes to plan, and it's how you pick up those pieces that really shows how strong a troop is together.
Yeah. I know. Look, we're gonna get it done. It's just a momentary frustration. And, didn't want to punch a jaywalker to get the frustrations out.
Please don't do that anymore.
I've I've never done that, and I think Kelly might have done it only once.
Okay,
Maybe.
well,
Can't confirm that for sure.
yeah, like I said, there was no reports filed against any of you for it, so just try to not do that.
Okay.
If any of us still have a job after this.
I mean, well, let's hope that this actually comes to something, because if not, then we're just the assholes that made the museum angry and called, Sir Douchebag a liar and a thief. So
Right. Do you need any resources for tomorrow? We can have a truck drop off what we have left.
honestly, yeah, that'd be helpful.
Sure. Sending some goods your way. Good luck tomorrow.
Thanks. Also, if this goes well, and we aren't fired, or even if we are, you want to get a drink after?
I'll consider it. Honestly, I'm for HR reasons, I'm not really allowed to date any of the heroes, but I don't know. If we're fired, then I guess that's not a problem.
It's true, and a drink's not dating, to be fair.
Yes, of course.
I'm not saying I'm not interested. I'm just saying for legal reasons.
Right, of course.
This phone call is monitored by HR currently.
Please, I'm pretty sure HR is all fired at this point.
Right, it's all gone.
Cherry's still trying to do her best.
HR was the first to go.
Uh-huh.
Oh no.
Because they couldn't call out, the bureaucratic bullshit. Yeah, so all right.
Remy,
I'll talk to you soon. Yes, Cherry.
deep breath. Deep breath.
Right.
You got this. And she will hang up.
Yeah. All right, and Remy will head back.
Before you say anything, it's not duct tape.
They're just gonna ignore that entirely and just face plant onto their bunk, onto their cot. It's fine.
Remy, do you require medical assistance?
No.
Okay, good, because I cannot provide medical assistance.
Yeah, I know. Everyone go to sleep.
I mean, I can probably fix you. Like,
Right.
I have a first aid kit somewhere.
Several
Hold
of my
on.
wounds have already been healed, closed up with super glue. I know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You sure you're fine? I can try something.
Don't need to try anything. Go to sleep.
Mental health is a bit tricky, but I have ideas.
Go to
Ladies,
sleep.
Okay.
ladies,
Fine.
All of you.
we gotta get 8 hours at least. Come on. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
And so all of you head to bed. The hour approaches faster than you would like, where Sir Alfonso visits the museum.
I just want to say we
ahead.
need to donate to NAMI because we can't fix mental health with super glue.
There we go.
That
Absolutely
is very
correct.
true.
Please donate. Help fix. We're not fix. I don't know if fix is the right word, but help people when they need it. Deal with stuff. Yeah, and you all head to bed. Unfortunately, what happens at 5:45 a.m. the next morning is a truck arrives into your bay, beeping loudly. Who would actually receive the truck?
Probably
Um,
me. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would
think
say it's a Cassidy thing, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely a Cass thing. Yeah, the truck comes from the National Hero Federation or Foundation.
Yeah.
It backs in, and it is filled with stuff. You can tell it's kind of like they emptied a department. Like, these are assets that were just probably going to get thrown out or taken in the next couple of days, and they are giving them to you to kind of do this last kind of bit, this last hurrah. Inside you can find disguise emitters, which can help you get into the museum proper if you want. No one will be able to tell who you are because it's like a complete kind of shroud sort of thing, based a lot on magic, but there's some tech involved. There's also like other swords, body armor, those kinds of things, as well as some gliders.
Are there
Mm.
any tall buildings near the museum?
There is actually the tallest being the emitter that stops the rifts from opening.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Interesting.
Okay. All right. So we could go back to our plan of having 2 inside, 2 outside.
I'll be honest. I kind of want a second crack at that curator. I feel like that's a nut I could break.
How about you save that for after?
I not in that way, okay? It's just
Oh,
yeah.
no? You sure?
No. Well, we'll see.
You hesitated. Um, I think, given
I'm just
how
thinking about nuts now.
we've got snacks in the kitchen.
Not those nuts.
You're so strange.
Yeah.
You don't like dudes at all, but you think about
Not those nuts.
nuts.
My bartender's nuts. Gotta
The
give
bar
her a
nuts.
call. Yeah.
Okay, after we finish the mission is the thing. Anyway, okay,
Fine.
with how it went yesterday, I think this is just me. I think maybe we should just be about the job.
Mm.
But it'll be good to
We were
have
very
people
much about the
inside.
job yesterday.
Yeah. But trying to crack that nut now, probably not the best when we are, nearing the time where things might go down.
I think that Kelly should come on the roof with me.
Okay.
Sure.
Because her people skills are just about as good as my skills with men. So
Specifically, man, yes.
yeah. So I think that we could do a good team there, and like if you keep it in your pants, Chris, we could have you two downstairs, and maybe that could work. Hopefully nothing happens downstairs. And yeah.
But if it does, then we have people downstairs. We have some of us downstairs
Yeah.
to help make sure that the innocents are still protected and looked after. So,
If things happen downstairs, the quickest way down would be to break the glass ceiling and join you.
but if we are already there, then we already have people on the ground to help.
Yeah, I mean, but us.
Oh yeah, for you, absolutely. Break through it. I don't care.
Yeah, as much
If
as
she,
we know, we're trying to keep it from being stolen. Also, people in there come first as well. Gotta make sure everyone gets
right.
out okay.
Yeah, we're protecting the clothing, the kamuis, and the people. So
But
let's.
just to make it like, I just want like a note and a scriptum. I'm still convinced this is a setup.
Okay, we'll keep that in the front of our minds. Nope.
I
Push that
I
to the
just
back.
I
Locked
just
in.
want to
Yeah.
be able to say I told you so when we're in jail. You know.
Oh, I don't think so. Terry seemed very sincere.
Oh no, she's sleeping with him.
Who?
With Alfonso?
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I don't think Cherry's ever given off a
Where did you get any of that?
rich man
Oh.
energy. I don't know.
Okay, is this one of those things where you had a dream and you're like, it's real?
Hmm.
Could you do that? No? Okay. Anyway, so
She
Chris and I
likes
will.
you. She likes you, and you're furry, and he wears a fur coat. So you know.
Yep. So, yep. 1 + 1 = 5.
Exactly. So you
Mm-hmm.
know, we're being set up. That's
Okay.
just
Chris and I will use the disguise emitters.
I will say going to the truck and grabbing the disguise emitters. I will hand one to Remy, and then digging through, I will like seal these weapons, and I'd imagine I will see a very large Buster sword, and I was like, oh, this is perfect. This is what I've been looking for, and I just take it and make it mine.
As this conversation's kind of happening, I'm going to segue just a little bit. Kalindra, your antennae start to feel a little weird, a little tingly.
Oh, we're all out here. Is someone running the microwave?
No.
Oh,
I don't believe so.
it is. I am feeling something. And I don't think none of you are on the phone, so it's not a phone call. And
What are you feeling?
I'm going to try and just like make them go around and try and detect where it's coming from.
Actually, that's my actually work, because as you're directing them around, you start to get a more clear picture about what's happening, and you begin to hear kind of telepathy as it goes into your brain. It says, "Units still on the ground for on Eden. Our time comes. The rifts shall open back up, and we shall invade once again. You will not be alone for long."
That is bad.
What is bad?
So, you know how we were talking about going up to the rift? To the thing preventing the stopping the rift from working?
Yeah.
We should do that now to make sure it still works. Because I just got a voicemail saying that there's going to be another invasion.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, so we need to go now.
I'm gonna need a lot of duct tape. I'm going to grab my bag.
Close the truck. I'm gonna talk to the driver. Be like, hey, you need to take us to one of the spires. The one closest to the museum will work.
Sure. I was laid off today, so I got nothing else to do. So
Great.
he'll get in.
Great. Then you're driving with us today. Okay, everybody in the truck. If you want to sit in the back, great. Remy's gonna get in the back.
I'll sit up front with the driver. Did you say you just got laid off today?
Yeah, budget cuts. I volunteer work at this point.
I'm so sorry. I feel like, you're worth more than getting laid off on a day where you
Well,
have to work.
Today is your chance to be a hero.
He just kind of smirks at that and turns on the radio and is like, "Let's go. Let's be heroes."
All right, I have my sword, and we're ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kelly has her sword and her dagger.
Very nice.
I have my chunky sword that is not at all a phallic symbol.
You say it like that,
Say
it
what
makes me
kind
think
of-
it is.
Right.
Perhaps.
You think she don't protest too much?
You all go to the on a ride through the nearest thrift wow, thrift is not the word I meant to say. Rift Tower.
Mm-hmm.
See how that happened.
Yep.
You pass by the awful frog.
the awful frog, the terrible toad.
Terrible toad. There we go. And you all pass by the terrible toad on the way, and you pull up to this now poorly maintained building, very tall.
I text my bartender girl. I don't remember her name.
Lucy.
Poor Lucy.
If I die today, I die thinking of you.
Oh,
What's your name again?
What's your name?
To whom it may concern. Bye.
Yeah, Lucy replies pretty quickly and just like, okay, do you need a hand? Like, what's happening?
Hide in the basement.
Okay, I'm hiding.
What vague things to say.
Listen, we're going to have great sex after this.
Oh, yeah. Fantastic.
I mean, if you aren't dead.
She's going to be girlfriend number 17. It's going to be amazing.
Well, front just talking with the driver.
17's her lucky number. It's fine.
Exactly.
So, have any family? 2 kids, maybe?
So
No? Okay.
by the time you get there, it's about maybe 7:30 in the morning. The place isn't really open for customers. See, that's something you know. Like they don't really let people in here. It's like a government owned piece property, which is probably why it isn't doing so great these days. But there is a chain link fence that surrounds it. There's also a booth with a security guard that kind of lets people in and out. The parking lot inside is completely empty, but there is someone in the booth.
Do you think this is an electric fence?
I don't know. I'll see. I
Kelly
touched the
just
fence.
touches it.
It is not electrified. Neither of
Oh.
you get pushback or.
Okay. So you said there's a gate. I'm assuming it's one of those like little toll things. There's just
Yeah.
wood. All right. Hey, just run through that. We don't have time.
All right. The guy at the wheel of the truck just goes, all right, I'm going, and he cranks the music and he slams his way through the front gate of this compound. The person in the little kiosk is like, hey, what are you doing? You know, flailing his arms. And yeah, you are into the compound proper. Something you know though is that these exist all throughout the world. Whether or not it's this one specifically that's going to be the problem, you're not sure, but you have a clear shot in. This building is you go straight in. There is minimal lobby offices at the very base, and then there is an elevator that goes all the way up to the top.
We're gonna go up.
Yeah, we're gonna go up.
I think Kelly is just going to like immediately like open the doors and start like skittering scuttling up the elevator shaft.
Oh my God.
My goodness.
But like it'll just go up on its own. Kelly, you don't have to.
Why-
Okay.
Why is she
Kelly,
like this? I'm just hitting the
keep-
button.
Keep your antenna on the signal. I want to make sure that we know what they're saying at all times. Okay?
Okay. Are they
Okay.
saying anything?
Or is it just like the same message over and over again?
You haven't heard anything since. It would seem like to be it was like a sudden broadcast. Just getting everyone ready.
They're not saying anything. Also, I don't know when they're coming.
That's fine. We're gonna make sure that we get them ready or get, any of us that we can ready. I'm gonna call Cherry.
Don't
Tell
call
her
Cherry,
hi.
she's a traitor.
No, I'm not doing that. You have made up this story in your head. Let it go. Anyway, yeah, I'm calling Cherry.
Sure. As you all are calling Cherry, you're kind of like in the lobby. The elevator doors are starting to close. There's one TV on the far side of the room, and I'm actually going to use one of the strings on Pixel right now.
Ooh.
And you can see on the TV screen your face, and it says dangerous criminal. Keep out an APB for this individual. Report if you see them. And then the door's shut.
Oh God.
I didn't do anything. I promise. I didn't do anything.
Oh,
What was that?
yeah, me neither.
You're not helping my scenario right now.
Okay.
I don't know. I was
Okay, put that thing on right now. The disguise emitter, put it on.
okay. I put the disguise emitter on, and I imagine like the only thing that really happens is I get a little bit more toned, a little bit more tan, and my hair goes from black to just white. I'm like, I couldn't think of anything on the spot. I'm sorry. I just went with my true self.
That's just you.
No,
That's-
different hair though.
And the tan.
Oh, for my references earlier, what conditions did you apply for
Oh.
the conversation with the curator?
Oh, right. Let's see. Hold on.
Kelly took guilty
Mm,
over messing it up.
I took insecure.
Yeah, that tracks.
so you're all heading up the tower now. That revelation, that was partially because you have your playbook, which is Scoundrel. And one of the moves I can take on you is that your past catches up to you. So that's what happened there.
Mhm.
You head to the top of the tower.
Yes. And I'm calling Cherry. I called Cherry. Please
right.
tell me she answered.
She does not.
Oh, fuck.
There's no answer this time.
I told you. Confirms everything.
That confirms nothing. She's
It's
probably
also
busy.
7 a.m.
Right.
She does work a 9 to 5, so I imagine she's still sleeping.
Nah.
It's a big day. She'd be awake.
She also could just be busy. Okay, hey,
Busy stealing?
fix it.
Exactly.
Fix it, Felix.
Yes.
Fix it.
Okay.
Fix it. Felix.
I'm gonna go see around, like, and see what I can do. Hit stuff to fix it,
Mm-hmm.
as you do.
Mm-hmm.
You know you don't have a whole lot of time. You did just slam your way through a
Hydrate.
Hydrate! Yay!
Hydrate.
Scribble it everywhere. You did just slam your way through a compound. There's likely like somebody coming in to apprehend you or whatever.
Yep.
And you can fix things. You can kind of tweak the computers. You can kind of duct tape things together to hopefully keep them running just a little bit longer. It does look like it's in disarray, but there's nothing. Actually, all of you, let's do another montage. What are you doing to repair this place? Well, let's start this time with. How do you pick a favorite among your children?
The tallest one.
Let's start with Chris Pixels.
Ooh, okay. Honestly, I'm going to just see if there's any like truly malfunctioning parts that are sticking out. Like if there's something that's either like a computer that's blue screen completely, or if there's like panels that are giving off like honest like electric like discharge. I'm just like, oh, this actually needs fixed immediately instead of like trying to find like the potential true source. Because I'd imagine Chris is not like super like technologically savvy.
Yeah.
But just picking up on like the basics, I feel like she would focus on first.
Wit, please.
All right, wit. That is another even roll. That'll be a 7.
A 7. Okay. So yeah, you're able to go through and adjust a few things that are currently like blue screening or on the fritz. I'm gonna mark that down as you're improving the integrity of the tower. If you want to gamble, there is that advantage waiting around. Are you happy with one success?
I'm happy with one success, yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, that is what Chris Pixels is currently doing, just improving the infrastructure of the computer and the programs. Who would like to go next?
I'll go.
All right, Kalindra.
So Kalindra will like look for the specific parts using like she is familiar with alien technology, and so she's going to look for the specific parts that like interfere with the rifts and see like what frequency they're operating on and like try to detect some of that.
Sure. Give me another. I think a wits roll would be most appropriate here.
Okay.
I'm also going to, however, use one of my strings on you.
Oh dear.
as you're sitting there working on these computers or on these pieces of equipment, trying to figure out how to prevent your own people from coming back, you think about how you were a part in the invasion in the past, how you've come here under very nefarious pretenses. You know that your people were after the resources, as well as the land this planet would provide. And here you are working against that. You have your own reasons, of course, but given that you're feeling guilty because of what happened earlier, how is that affecting you now as you're working?
She is like, I think to an extent she's like trying to work and like, because she is trying to make up for it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's very sort of glib about it, but she is not proud of that.
Mm-hmm.
So she is working to try and stop it, but also because she doesn't want to confront any of the people who are going to come and call her on failing what she was supposed to do as well.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tough situation. Did you give me that roll though for the wits?
Oh, yes. That's a 10.
It's a 10. Excellent. Okay, I'm going to mark that. You muscle through these emotions, right? Like you're like, yes, I've done these things, but this is what I'm doing now. And I'm going to make it better. And those thoughts kind of push you through. You make sure the frequencies are intact. You're kind of making sure that this tower that prevents the rifts from opening is secure enough to continue doing its job. Who next?
So my question is, like, Kalindra has been feeling guilty since the day before, and like we know her a bit, and like her people is coming back and all that.
Mhm.
Like I get a bit of a vibe that she's feeling guilty, I suppose, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, good.
So I'm going to like expect trouble from the elevator and take out my sword. But I'm also going to have a talk with Kalendra and tell her that she's doing the right thing and she's made the decision like a long time ago and she's stood by that decision. Like she's had time to grow in that decision and become the person she is now, and to keep that conviction strong. And basically I'm going to use my playbook move, fanatical self-sacrifice, to remove her guilty condition, and I'm going to take the angry condition.
Ooh. There you go. You get to remove your guilt.
All right.
Thanks to Cassidy's words. Can be very convincing.
Yeah.
As Lucy said, a woman that knows what she wants.
Yeah.
I guess after that kind of like pep talk, the only person left to go is Remy.
Hi.
Hi.
So Remy's doing the heavy lifting. They are putting pieces back into place. Just getting them there so Cassidy can duct tape them or super glue them as needed. Pulling back panels so that Chris can get to, whatever things they need, just helping, all three of them
Mhm.
get at the places by, tiny lift, tiny throw, tiny speak in third person. Uh, we are being the muscle in this moment.
Okay, give me the roll that has to do brave. A brave roll, please.
Daring.
Daring, yes.
Same thing. Yeah. Okay, cool. That is a 12.
Ooh.
Oh, all right. Oh my goodness.
Let's go, baby. No failing forward here, I guess.
Yeah, you all it's interesting that you're kind of a newer hero group together, but almost wordlessly you come into a situation where you meet the challenge and are able to work together to create like really great things. Um Single-handedly in 15 minutes you all have managed to repair this building to probably it'll last like another couple of years at the very least in just 15 minutes, and that was working together and doing what you all do best. You do hear a noise from outside of the tower, sounds kind of like helicopter blades whooshing through the wind. You are aware that your time here was kind of but it seems as though it's coming to a close now. What
Did
do you
we bring
do?
the gliders with us?
Yes.
Yeah.
Imagine we brought the gliders with us.
Kalindra just gives 3 thumbs up and yells to the helicopters, "Don't worry, we fixed it."
And you all glide off into the city?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, ideally to the museum top.
Okay.
Hold on. What time was this? Because you said it was like
It's
7:30.
still like in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So no,
oh.
no, because then
Fine.
we'll immediately get caught.
Find somewhere to lay low for a bit.
Yeah. Yeah,
We can
absolutely.
go to our dive bar. I can
That's
have a
like right
makeout
there.
session.
Nope, we're not going there. I'm not doing that.
The public
Mm-mm.
Why
place.
not? It's a great place to go.
Because it's literally right there. It's right there.
Exactly. They
Like,
won't expect
tower.
it.
They absolutely will. They'll see us go down to there.
Yeah, they'll see us glide off. And it just land on a bar.
Right.
Okay, as you're all gliding off, God, you haven't completely picked a location yet, but the time is ticking.
That sounds very much like us. Like we're gliding and arguing at the same time.
Correct.
I want rolls from each of you to see how well you glide. You can make an argument for any of the rolls. Just let me know
Okay.
what it is.
It's-
Even if you want to use magic to lift the wings of your glider up, I'll accept
It's
that.
grace. It's grace for me
Grace?
for
Yeah,
sure.
it's also grace for
Yeah.
me.
Oh
Daring.
no.
Daring,
Oh,
okay.
no.
So we got 2 grace, 1 daring. Cassidy, how are you gonna approach the gliding?
How bad is Remy's?
No.
The-
No.
I would say I would go with daring and try to like I don't have the proper verb in English, but like save heroically Remy's like shit roll.
There's also that advantage.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
try it again because that was
You'll try
fully
it
a
again? Okay.
6.
Okay.
Kelly also got a
I'll take
6.
it.
Oh no.
What?
Okay.
And-
Hold on.
okay. All
Okay, I'm
right,
fine.
okay.
I got a 10. I'm okay.
Okay. All right. You know what, Kelly? You'll be fine. You take the role. You take the role.
You sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Okay.
Okay.
That's an
Let's hear it.
11.
That's 11. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's so much better. So we
See?
got a 6, a 10, 11. Cassie, you're still kind of thinking about how you're gonna help.
I'm a roll daring, and I'm just going to try to help out the loser of the bunch.
Okay.
Because that's what I do. And that's 12.
That's 12. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to put a condition on Remy, but you are helping. You did roll a 12, which is the best you could possibly roll.
I'll take it.
I
I'll take
could
a
roll
condition
14
regardless.
You'll
because
take
I
it
have
regardless?
daring.
Yeah, because I'm effectively flying like a brick, and
Yeah.
Cassidy has come in to save me,
Sure.
and I'm angry about it. So
All right. So for conditions right now, we have Cassidy who is angry, we have Remy who is angry, and we have Pixels who is oh god, refresh my memory. What condition do you put?
Insecure.
Insecure. Okay. So the group's kind of having a hard moment right now. You are able to glide down into the city. I assume someone is kind of leading the way, and you begin to land on a place where you didn't think anyone saw you. But when one of you looks over your shoulder, you can see a speck coming after you fast.
I'm sorry. We can see a what?
A speck.
Speck.
Like it's in the distance right now. But
a little dot. It's a little
Oh,
dot.
okay. Thank
Something
you.
very small.
Okay.
If you watch it, once you've hit the ground, it begins to be woman shaped, and the closer and closer she gets, she would land, and she appears to be one of the heroes of the Foundation. Her name is Cyclone.
Mm.
I take out my
Hello.
sword.
Don't take out your sword. Put the sword. There's a hand on your hand, but the hand is currently glowing neon. Put it away.
Cyclone does, however, lift her own sword, which is like a very thin rapier, very wispy looking as her energy surges around it. The reason you know she can fly is she's actually wearing one of the kamuis. She was given one a couple years ago now and has been doing a lot of good with it. And she just points at you all and says, "Explain yourselves."
We were fixing
Blame
the
yourself.
tower.
We fixed it.
You're welcome.
Fixing it. You drove a vehicle through the compound, broke the fence, left your guy there, by the way.
Oh, I knew we forgot something.
They could have left.
They could have. They have nowhere else to be. They're unemployed now.
Because of
Would
our
it be
foundation.
better if we for him if we said that we had kidnapped him?
No, no, it wouldn't be.
I mean,
For
probably
him,
better for him.
maybe, but,
Yes.
Okay, we have places to be. I start walking away.
Stop right there.
No.
I never thought I'd see the day that the Foundation would fall so hard as a bunch of criminals just think they can.
Criminal.
Yes, criminals. And actually, she doesn't point at Pixels because Pixels is wearing a disguise, right?
I am.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah,
not the best
okay.
disguise, but it's a disguise.
There are procedures for these sorts of things, and she just kind of narrows her eyes at all of you.
Right. Procedures that go ahead.
Oh, how long would those procedures take? Because I got a message that said that there was an invasion that was happening very soon. So would the procedures take very soon?
Wait, what? There's an invasion happening soon.
Yes.
Yes.
She lowers her sword and it's just, what intel do you have?
No, we're just criminals.
It's pronounced antenna, but these ones.
Explain everything. And we don't have to actually like go through that unless you guys
Everything?
really want to.
Power word blah. Just
Yeah.
tell her what's going on.
You can catch Cyclone up on the situation. If you want to have someone kind of spearhead that and give me a Heart roll. Whoever is the best at it, preferably.
Cassidy just paces angrily.
Ooh.
What's everyone's
There's-
heart?
Mine's a -1.
Mine
Are
is
we
at
all to the
zero.
next? Okay, hey, that's better than a -1, baby.
Fine.
It's not gonna
I'll
be
say
Cassidy,
it.
though.
I can.
No.
Nope.
Oh, what's
Nope.
yours?
Mine's a +1.
Oh,
Okay,
there
we
we
you
go.
do
go.
that.
Okay.
All right.
Hold on. That'll be
Oh,
a 6.
no. Oh no.
Wait, do we still have
Oh,
that
no.
advantage roll?
No, that advantage
No.
was
Okay,
used.
used
we have
it.
a 6 then.
No.
For each
Can
of
we
you
help?
trying, for each of you
Yeah.
trying, I want to say you get a +1, which would put it above 6. I just need to know who all is trying.
I'll add commentary angrily.
I hope that would help.
All right.
When he forgets
I mean-
when she forgets something important, I'll add it angrily.
Okay.
You want me
Um,
to roll or just +1?
No. This is fine.
No, it's
This
just-
is all of you coming together to kind of paint a picture to Cyclone. And she nods.
And you're wasting our time because we have stuff to do.
You stop it. There's just claws like the beast. You can see the beast is coming out more and more as you pace and get angry because they were already angry.
Okay. Here's what we can do. You all, I want to suggest keep an eye out. I don't know what's up with this Sir Alfonso Prague business, but it seems like things are kind of all tying together.
Yeah.
The missing Camuys, the fact that Prague is going to see like the last big batch of them that remains, and the fact that the invasion might be coming again, it feels like a coincidence. It's all too perfect.
Might.
Right.
Psh.
We were still planning on going.
Good. I'm going to assemble my team, and we are going to make sure that nothing comes to hurt that tower. And we'll see about other teams across the globe protecting similar towers.
Yes.
Just
Get them to fix them as quick as they can.
We already
Something-
fixed that one.
You're
Right.
welcome.
good work. Good work. This is serious. Okay. Do you have anyone on the inside at the museum?
Yes.
We
Ish.
can.
I would suggest you
Yes.
come.
Okay. We will.
And Cyclone takes off at this point. There are little ripples in the ground as she just kind of jettisons straight up into the air and flies away. Leaving you all to your plans until you head to the museum at whatever time you plan on going.
Okay.
I
New
liked
plan.
her.
Good. New plan. We take the Kamuis.
We take the what?
The Kamuis. The suits. The outfits.
Okay.
Aren't we trying to stop them from getting taken?
Something tells me that we're going to need them more than we want to keep them preserved.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
like
I
that
just
one
want
movie with Nicolas Cage.
I just want to point out that we started by saying that jaywalking was a crime, and now we're planning a museum heist. So it's fine.
Okay. Sometimes you got to do bad things to do good things.
To do great things.
Also, you did say
Exactly.
that jaywalking was not a thing I should get mad at. So,
But still a
Exactly.
crime.
Sure, but remember, punishment needs to fit the crime and yada yada. Anyway,
I just think this is going to confuse Kelly in the long run. That's just
Okay.
what I'm saying.
So there is such a thing that society calls the greater good.
Yeah, okay. So do we go in by the roof or the front door?
I'm just still learning about the regular good. So, what's the greater one?
The greater
See?
good is for sort of the good of all. And sometimes the greater good requires you to make hard choices and do things in the moment that might not be considered good, but the ends justify the means.
So what we could do is go in by the front door with the disguise, but I could create a distraction
I mean,
and
or we could just crash through the dome. We know that's the weak point.
yeah, but we still have to get out and we'll have everyone's attention then.
It's true. We saw the Kamuis, right? Do we know which ones were there?
Yeah, there's maybe half a dozen of them.
Okay. So we know which ones would probably fit best for our own aesthetics and which ones would help us get out of there.
I'm actually going to pull a string on Cassidy, I think,
Oh.
because I've been
Oh.
hearing a lot of. Remind me again, what is your devotion? To fix things, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's the devotion? My cause?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my cause is the gay agenda.
All right. Well, then, but you do talk a lot about how you want to fix things, and
yeah, for sure. That works.
The group has been talking about how they're going to break in, they're going to steal, they are going to smash the ceiling. Even you kind of are taking a little bit of interest in smashing that ceiling.
Yeah, fair.
Kind of rattles your core a little bit. This is not fixing things. This is.
Yeah, that's fair. But I mean, fix things, they have to break first. But like, I get what you're saying. But like, I think that we should just go through the front door. Like, three of us go through the front door with the disguises. I can go in through the back with the
You lot. Yep. Take it. You got it.
The secure entrance thing that they found on their patrol thing they did on the first day. And then I don't have a disguise, but they know me because I know them. And I'm going to attract all the attention because we're banned. And I'm going to make sure that they have a lot of attention on me. And while I get all the attention, you get the disguises and they're going to be distracted. So you're going to have less aggro on you. And by the time they realize something's wrong, you get out. I'm going to get out because I'm going to get out. And we're fine. And no breaking shit. But we can break people, just not the glass ceiling.
Okay. Don't break people.
I mean, if I have to.
Things are more easily mended, you know?
You don't know that.
Oh my God. Literally, that can't be your argument every time. You don't know that.
So, as your lovely...
I'm sorry. I fix things and I fix people. So I do know that, actually.
As your lovely tail spinner, I am watching the clock. I will say that we should probably move the encounter to the museum now, do a little bit of a time skip. I'm also going to throw in a quick reminder to all of our watchers out there. Donate to NAMI, please. This is for a good cause. We are doing a whole weekend of games just for this sole charity, which is the National Association on Mental Health, or mental... God, my tongue. But yes, please help us out in any way you can, which is to donate or to spread the word, or in any way you can assist.
If you can't donate, share the stream, get your friends here, guilt your friends to donate.
Maybe don't guilt that.
Yeah.
But totally agree. Just enjoying the fun and donate only if you have the means to. Yeah, and we're gonna continue on. We have arrived at the
So do you want all to go at the same time, or is my plan of me going to be the distraction?
Yeah, I like
I
that.
think.
Yeah, you can do that. Everyone else is on the roof, or some of you inside. I need to know basic layout.
Yeah, we're just going in the front door in disguise.
Yeah, I think
Mhm.
we're just going into disguise.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I'm going through the back
sure.
Mm-hmm.
because
I could have asked
like
Jace to help.
I
Yeah.
like the back door.
Yeah. Don't.
Do you call? Do you
Yes.
call
I
Jace
would've-
at all?
Yes, I would have called Jace to help out with that.
Okay. So he picks up. He goes, hey, I heard you all got banned.
Yeah, misunderstanding.
Yeah, I know you're all just trying to help
We
out
are.
as much as you can.
Right. Now, you still want to be a hero?
Oh, more than anything, yeah.
Great. I need you to be a hero for me.
What can I do?
I need you to let someone in for me.
Okay. Um. All right, I can do that. What do you need? Who am I letting in?
The loud one. Trust me. Just trust me.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
for the best. And then you get out of there. Like, get out of the way.
Hey, I know I'm not supposed to tell you this, but I'm not supposed to tell anyone this. They move the magical girl outfits.
Of course they fucking did.
No,
Where to?
it's good. They're hidden in a secure locker. I don't know which one, but they're not here. It seems like they took the threat of Sir Alfonso stealing them really seriously.
Okay. All right.
Just he's gonna show up, and hopefully nothing will happen.
Hopefully. Thank you for telling me.
You're welcome. I can try and get you the number of the security locker, but I don't like it'll look suspicious if I start asking.
Don't ask.
Okay.
Can you get me a general location?
There was a truck that left this morning, headed down East Street. He will prattle off the make and model of the truck.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Get me to where they keep the trucks. I think that's what we can do.
Yeah. And he will help out how he can there. He'll lead you to the back where the trucks are. He will also let in Cassidy through the rear entrance.
Okay, so do we get a sense that they were still here or they were moved off site? Because that's where.
If you're meeting Jason in person, he will explain that they were moved off site and decoys were put in their places.
Okay.
Give me a wits roll. Anyone who's in the bay, that like.
Say we all followed. So
Yeah, Kelly would also be here.
Yeah. Anyone that's in the bay can make me this roll.
Let's see what's my modifier. So it's a 9.
9?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even rolling. I'm too intent on violence.
That's fair.
Oh, sorry, I got a 7.
A 7, okay.
Zoned out there for a second.
That's all right. With Rin Pixels or Chris Pixels roll, previous knowledge of blank spots of the building, you will not get caught on camera for this. With her guidance, but you do find the manifest. You can track where this vehicles went through GPS, and you know where the actual suits are being held.
Okay. Cool.
But do we actually believe that the real suits were moved, or did they move decoys?
It seems legit.
Okay.
Okay. Well, then let's go here.
So I don't need to go inside the museum. Let's
Don't need
do
to go to the
this.
museum. Yeah.
And-
So we're gonna.
I'm very disappointed.
I know, but hey, we'll probably still need to hit something over there, and we're looking forward to it.
Same.
Yeah, so you all head in chase for this truck. You find it, and you find the security locker. All of the suits have been kind of like placed in glass to protect them from any kind of like elements or damage. It's a very strong glass. So you don't have to worry about it shattering, splintering the fabric or whatever. They are basically preserved in these articles. Do you just go in swinging, or do you wait for them to like load them off and then leave?
We can just steal the truck.
Yeah, you can just do that too.
Yeah, before they, when they go around to the back of the truck to open it up.
Yeah, just sneak in and then drive off with it.
Yeah, my character probably drives, like, it's the very butch concept of like I know how to drive a truck.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna wait and just get in and drive off like with the truck.
I want to, while the people are going around to deal, like I want to sneak up on them and just bonk them if somebody wants to help with that.
Sure.
Yeah.
There are two individuals.
Kelly, I think, will sneak around and try and just like grab one hand like just around and then two other hands over the mouth.
Mouth and eyes. Mouth and eyes.
Yeah.
So they also can't see anything. So they got hit out of nowhere.
Just like shh.
Okay. So, Chris Pixels, what were you planning to do? You were helping bag these individuals, or?
You just said 2 individuals, right?
Yeah, it's just 2.
I'll just keep an eye on the outfits, just make sure everything's okay.
Okay.
Just give them a once over to make sure they're 100% real.
Yeah.
Since I've had a chance to look at them beforehand.
Yeah, that totally counts. Let us start doing a series of rolls. We are going to these aren't like super powerful enemies, but I will just kind of like for flavor like to see what your fighting is like. So Remy and Kalindra, can you both give me daring?
Yeah. Okay, there we go.
Ooh, 7.
Could
Plus
have
2
been
is
worse.
10.
Nice.
10. Okay. So Kalindra, you come up, you do that maneuver you talked about where you wrap one hand around the mouth and the other like holding them up and kind of grapple. They are a little squirmy. Like you almost lose grip of them for a second.
He's licking my hand.
Is this normal?
That's gross.
But you managed to dispatch him. Are you kind of like knocking him out or just kind of tossing? Because the area where they were going to put the suits is opened currently, and they were going to bring them from the back of the truck inside. You could toss them in there. What's your plan?
Just gonna sort of drag him over there.
Sure. Remy, your prowess when fighting is pretty good. You do this like kind of single-handedly. Are you knocking this person out, or are you just okay?
Knocking them out.
What does that look like? Please describe.
I think it's just one blow to the back of the dome. Just like we're really like we got a lot of power behind it. It's enough to go say goodnight. Pop, and they're gone.
Okay. Easy for you. Chris Pixels, you jump into the back of the truck while this is happening because they've created an opening for you, and you start looking through all of the camoes. Can you give me let's try spirit.
Ooh. So -1. So that is a 9.
A 9, pretty good. Yeah, there's a certain resonance that comes from these clothings. They are filled with metaphysical magic and stuff like that. You can feel it. It's not a fake. It's quite possible the fakes are still inside of the building. You're pretty happy with what you found. They are all safe.
Okay.
So, let's move on to Cassidy. Your friends have just brought up a couple of people aside. You know that Chris Pixel's in the back because you can hear the thump thump of the feet going into the back. And you're about ready to drive off. Do you yell anything out the window to let everyone know you're going?
I give them exactly 7 seconds and then I'm off.
Okay. So a kind of driving challenge. Let's go with daring because it's like skill at arms. So it's just your generic skill.
10.
10. Okay, yeah. You got the wheel. It's counting off in your head. You're like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then as soon as you hit 7, you start driving off. I want to say the others know you well enough that they can jump into the back of the truck, and you all kind of like
Ellie
head
just
off into the
sticks on
street
the
together.
side.
Get in here. That's one of the. Get in here.
Grab her by the neck like a cat.
Mm-hmm. And to your knowledge, you've rescued these garments of power, these garments of history, and you're hiding in, or maybe you're not hiding, maybe you're just driving around the city. Tell me, what's the plan from here?
I think just I'm going to keep my antenna out for any changes in the rifts or any detecting anything.
I don't think that we saved them. I still think that we're being pinned down for the crime, but we've just actually committed the crime. But like I still think that we're being framed for it. But so the plan was to actually use them. So can Chris find a way to open the damn windows, glass things?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. They're opened easily enough. It's more to preserve them than anything else because museums, they don't want like that harsh light on them or whatever. These garments are pretty old. You all don your outfits. I would love to take a moment for you all to explain what that looks like, but we're kind of running short on time and there's still a plot to be had. But when you put them on, you feel kind of the energy surging. You feel like you can fly, like you can punch through walls. Like all the qualities you possessed before are there, but better. There's an undeniable strength. Cassidy, it feels like you could rebuild anything you wanted, probably faster than you ever have. Kalindra, what does that look like for you? Like, do you
I feel like for Kalindra, she just like is able to sense everything around her on like various spectra, I guess. Yeah.
My thought was that like maybe it's an emotive thing, like you can understand people a whole lot better and their motivations. It's a very subtle kind of thing. Chris Pixels, I assume you feel just more like capable than you ever have. If you were to jump from building to building, you'd probably make it just fine. What are your thoughts?
I would say the overall confidence level is at an all-time high.
Oh, excellent.
they still feel a little bad, and like after they transform, they feel this confidence. They will look towards Remy. Hey, about yesterday. I know things have gone off the rails very quickly, but sorry about the whole going back part.
Hey, don't worry about it. It all ended up all right.
Okay.
We're gonna be fine. And I think there's just a hand on Chris's shoulder. And by the way, you look fantastic.
Thank you. I'm happy they had mostly leather, but also it just feels like breathable too. It's nice.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, this material is great. Mm.
Look absolutely fantastic. Breathtaking even.
So the big DM question. I didn't establish what Remy's powers would manifest as, but I can assume it's punching through walls or something rad like that.
So I had a thought. I'll keep it quick. So the suit that they ended up finding had some storm powers, very, lightning. But they've still got the neon, so it's like
Oh.
lightning made of rainbow and just, yeah. So they are big, powerful. It's very Thor energy.
Okay. Very cool. Basically, as you're all getting ready, you step out with your new magical girl outfits on. You're in your full splendor. You can feel the energy coursing through you. You can see a giant TV screen that's across one of the billboards of the buildings, and the title, the news caption that runs across the screen is like "Attack on the Museum," and it shows a footage of Sir Alfonso Prague flipping out. He's like, these aren't the real ones. These aren't the real ones. I needed more. And he rips off his fur coat, revealing layer upon layer upon layer upon layer of Kamui underneath as he uses the power all at once and grows large. It's so much magical energy all at once, and he kind of just hulks out. The fabric, the fashion of these things all kind of merges together to make like one hideous amalgamation. It is uncomfortable to look at. And like there's spikes going off at weird directions. And his arms have become so like Hulk beefy that they kind of like stretch across the bicep and stuff like that. And he freaks out and he's like, it doesn't matter. I don't need anymore. I don't need anymore. And he starts bursting through the side of the museum and taking off towards the tower, saying that he's going to bring them back no matter what. With your newfound powers, you're able to easily catch up to Sir Alfonso in his enraged hyper Kamui state, and you can track him kind of to where he's starting to climb the tower with his own like hands just kind of clinging to the side of the building.
Can we go back to the tower and the truck and just break through
another time?
Break through the barrier again
with a different truck? Yes, this is perfect. You all can fly there now as well.
Yeah, but I just want for the cinematics.
Sure.
I'm gonna. You said there were half a dozen. There's only 4 of us.
I'm
gonna take one. And on the way to the tower, I'm gonna drop it off to Jace.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Jace puts it on and he comes to help you all with the fight. It's clear he's not like super experienced, but it is the best day of his damn life. And what you're having now is basically this King Kong-esque situation with Prague climbing the building and you all peppering him with your attacks and stuff like that. We're gonna make some rolls. We're going to make this very cinematic. I'm not going to imply any conditions or anything like that. This is going to be purely for fun. Please describe to me how you defeat this guy before he destroys the tower. The 5 points you gave to bolster the tower earlier, I'm taking into consideration. So good job there. Let's start. Oh my goodness. Let's start with Cassidy.
How is he climbing the tower? He's flying to the tower.
He's climbing like his with his meaty little hands.
King Kong.
Yeah.
King Kong. Yeah. I can fly, you said?
Yeah, if you want to.
I'm a fly above him and kick him in the head.
All right, give me a daring roll.
11.
11. Jeez. Okay, so you fly up, you strike him in the head, and he kind of like his fingers are still in the tower, and he begins to kind of slide down from the force of your kick, losing ground, kind of enragedly yelling at you all. Is like, no, you don't understand.
We just fixed that. Go away.
They need to come back. They need to show this world who is in charge. And he continues climbing. Let's move on to Chris Pixels. Let's go. What are you doing?
Straight up into the air. Buster's sword detaches and it starts plummeting down. I would imagine like some heat is building up on it, and I'm just going to try and slice directly down their back to just either slow them down or go force them to a complete stop.
Okay, give me a daring roll. Actually, you can give me a grace as well because you are using your sword.
Okay, that will be a grace. That'll be 6, 8. Be a 10.
10. Saving all the good rolls for last. This does not do exactly what you expect to, but it does something better. The kamuis he's wearing, you slice through the layers. It's like an armor, really, and they begin to fall off. And you watch as his power begins to diminish. It was an unstable power, anyways, but as it kind of leaves him, he wails in pain and is like, "Fashion is for me!" And we're going to move on now to Remy.
Fantastic. Remy likewise is coming from above. And I think they're going to teamwork with Jace, who is coming up from below. Remy is going straight into the chest, just hammering down, and each strike is a lightning bolt. So just this technicolor lightning bolt just hitting again and again into his chest.
Very cool. That is forcefulness, so give me a daring roll.
Hell yeah. Can I use the string I have on Jace for a +1?
I think you already used it earlier when you cashed in on him helping you, but
you know what? You right.
Yeah.
You right though. It's okay. I still have a pretty good base roll. It's fine. Yeah, no, that.
What'd you roll?
What'd you roll, bestie?
14.
A 14, did you say?
Yeah. It's 2 6s +2. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It was a 14. It's fine.
Yeah. The blows on his chest, he's kind of like hanging from the tower by one hand at this point, just kind of gasping for air, struggling and just kind of losing more and more ground. You can tell that the magics is come to an end, so to speak. The outfits were never meant to be worn like this. They were never meant to be layered, and having all of that pump into your body at once, not ideal. This is going to move us on to Kalindra, and the reason I saved you for last is because this is a chance to go home. If the rift opens, you can go home.
I think Kalindra is going to think about that. And then she, seeing that this guy is defeated or near defeated, she is going to, he's fallen to the ground, right?
Yeah, he's essentially, I was going to have you hit him last and he was going to fall to the ground.
Well, she's just going to stand above him and point her sword down at him and say, "If you want my people to be your boss so bad, you can start with me. Leave us alone."
Very nice. Oh god. Let's actually, if you could roll with heart.
Okay. All right. That's a 6.
Oh no.
Oh my goodness. You know, everyone else rolled so well, and this is the finale right here. So I'm going to give you a +1 for each of your teammates, as I did earlier. So you can have a 9. Pretty good roll. And you kind of see, like, as you say, leave us alone, and he has the recognition that you are a triumphant. Tears roll from his eyes, and his grip lessens to the point where he falls down to the earth, crashing into the ground, leaving a little bit of like a crater. And as the power begins to leave, as his muscles begin to shrink into his normal shape, he's just kind of crying and says, "This world isn't meant to be for me."
Wait,
God, he sounds pathetic.
it's really just sad and just very depressing. Like keeping an eye on him in the moment he gets up. That's jaywalking. Get him.
Yeah, as soon as you say it's jaywalking, she's just gonna
In the following weeks, you get kind of news articles that are like, the shutdowns have shut down plot to reopen rifts and cause another invasion. It's all very clever. The marketing is there. The aid that was kind of given from the other hero groups around other locations, they were actually protecting the other towers, and they were kind of working to uncover where the other magical girl outfits have gone. It gets a lot of recognition. Finances are reinstated. Cherry, who did ghost you at the end there, was dealing with her own problems and kind of got pulled out of the building. But she's back. She's reinstated and actually is made director of the Hero Foundation.
I guess she wasn't so bad.
Yeah, I know. I'm telling you that.
Romances that were budding during this game, you know, they kind of hit those like early stages in these couple weeks. No one's falling madly in love with each other yet, but the relationships are good.
No, I'm sorry. Lesbian relationship rules. We're dating. We move in
are you
together
married
after
already?
we move in together after 3 weeks. We have the you all move-in party. Like
They've already got 3
everything.
cats.
Yeah.
We have 3 cats. We break up after 3 months, and I'm already looking for number 18.
There we go. Cassidy's got the whole itinerary going on for relationship messes. That brings us to our close, really. I want to thank everyone for being here today to watch our Thirsty Sword Lesbians well-dressed series. Well, one shot, not series.
Yeah.
I want to thank all of the players here. I can't remember what order I started with. Actually, yes, I do. Yes, I do. I have to look at the Twitch, though. Hold on. Okay, let's start with Cassidy Kincaid. Tell everyone about yourself, or rather, Chloe, tell everyone about yourself. Where people can find you.
You can't find me. I do not
That's true.
exist. But I'm the moderator, best mod on this channel, and that's about it. It's a goblin.
The best goblin.
Best
Johnny,
goblin.
tell
Yeah,
us
it's
about
me.
yourself, where we can find you.
You can find me in a multitude of places. You can find me at Twitch at It's Macho Madness, Twitter at It's Macho Madness. Every Saturday, well, not every Saturday, we're kind of in a lull right now, but every Saturday, 7 p.m. EST, Shadows of Sharn over on Gamerzilla Kong. And this one also, much love goes out to all my Carrot Patch homies. Love you so much, all of you. Thank you for having me be like a member. Love you so much.
Next up, Aaron, tell us a little bit about yourself, where we can find you.
Yeah, I'm Aaron. I am a performer, a game designer. I wear many hats. You can find me on Twitter at Veils Edge Games, and also you can find my games on itch, Veils Edge Games on there as well.
Awesome. And finally, Q.
Hello, I'm Q. You can find me on Twitter, and I think I also have it on Insta, midnight_inc. That is midnight_INQ. Q is my name. Hope you get it. I'm a performer. I am going to be doing some Magic the Gathering content soon once I get my setup right and tight. Yeah, no, other than that, we're out here hanging.
Well, that leaves me. I'm Zoe. It was so nice being the tail spinner today. I had a really great time. This is one more plug for please donate to NAMI if you have the means. National Association of Mental Illness, on mental illness, sorry. And see if you can help people help themselves. And that's what was really the most important thing there. If you cannot donate, that's fine. There are other ways you can help us. Stay tuned for the rest of the Days of Tales 2. We're doing this all weekend for the next, I would say 32 hours now, since it's been 4 hours. And yeah, just enjoy. Like, have fun with us, have a laugh. And
thank you very much for the game, Zoe. It was a wonderful
welcome.
experience.
Thank you.
What's the titular thing? Always remember to tell your tales.
Yeah.
Always remember to tell your tales.
Tell your tales.
The bird
Little
wanted
tiny
it
hearts.
said.
Absolutely.